can't believe you haven't found it yet.
Just
If
I feel like I would know it if I saw the song name or something.
well, you probably have to play them so you can hear them. Because if that riff is in the beginning, we'll know right away.
But what if it is in the beginning of the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Whatever
so.
song it is.
And are you 100% certain that is on Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Is it Mississippi Queen?
No, I don't think so. Mississippi
No.
Queen's like...
That's a slower tempo.
Isn't that Mississippi Queen? What were you doing? Do the thing again now that we're recording.
Fuck. Is it Mississippi Queen? I'm gonna get it.
We're trying to figure
No,
out...
that's definitely not Mississippi Queen.
No.
I think
No,
in
because-
between the last time you did it and now, I just completely changed it.
Yeah. You were
'Cause
going
I can-
Yeah, but then it turns into that.
So it does
What I
that
turn
first,
into.
and then
Then it goes.
It's an insanely popular song.
It is,
I-
too.
I feel like it's a song that I probably never knew the actual name of, even though I've heard it a million times.
Wait,
I
wait,
just
wait,
don't know
one
who
more time,
did it.
one more
Who
time.
did it?
Wait, I have to search for song. It just fucking cut me off.
Oh, my God,
I'm
dude.
It's
over
like we
it.
have heard enough. We don't know what this is.
I will
Just
figure
stop.
it the fuck out.
we're giving up. I don't care anymore.
No,
Okay.
it's going to happen when the podcast is over and everybody leaves and somebody's going to text in the group.
Is
It's
it-
this.
is
And
it-
we're going to be like,
I will find it out.
Is
I
it
will find
Van Halen?
Fucking knew that.
It could be.
I don't
Van
know. That
Halen.
doesn't. I don't know if it's a Van
How
Halen
does
song.
How does Panama go?
Panama.
That's the
Dun,
chorus.
dun, dun, dun.
So what's the
Panama.
verse?
I don't fucking know.
Just look it up and play it.
Yeah, play it.
I can't think of how like.
We can't get
I
demonetized.
only
We don't
know
get money.
Panama from.
What?
We can't get
Superbad.
demonetized. No,
No,
it's
that's definitely not it.
Uh,
I feel like it's Led Zeppelin.
I don't think so, dude. I think it was one of those like
It's like a one-hit wonder from the 70s.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
Like, it's not one of the like really big bands.
watch, we say that right now and then when we actually find out who the band
like
was,
Rolling
we're like, "Oh my
Stones,
god."
Like
Yeah.
Rolling Stones or some shit.
I don't
come on, dude. I'm so curious about what song
I
it is.
can't let it go.
I can't either.
But I can't think of any way to figure out though.
Like I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm-
because the Guitar Hero set playlist thing was the best thing that I could
Let
think.
me try the first one.
and it's got all the songs on here. It's like
Is it from like every Guitar Hero? Or is it just like a playlist
it's just
from
Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
I thought she said 2.
But I don't believe that it's on
I've
2.
never. I've only played.
Didn't we already look at the playlist for 2?
Should we look
Yeah.
at
Look at 1.
I'm
look
looking
at
at
one.
one.
Look
I'm
at the
looking
first look at the first one.
Jesus fucking Christ?
I love rock and roll. I want to be sedated. Thunder Kiss 65. Smoke on the water. Infected.
No.
Is that Bad Religion?
That's bad.
Yeah.
Religion.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that.
Iron Man. More Than a Feeling. I think this is the one it's on. You've
Oh.
got Another Thing Coming.
No.
No. Take Me Out.
No.
Damn. Damn. That's a
Take
good.
me
Isn't-
out.
isn't-
Isn't it the
Is that
Killers?
Franz Ferdinand?
Or Franz Ferdinand?
Yeah, and it's like.
It's not that though.
No,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Sharp Dressed Man.
No.
Killer Queen. This is the one it would be on that I saw. Hey You.
It does,
Hey
Stevie Ray
you,
Vaughan's
who's that
more-
by?
The Exies.
I don't even know who
was gonna
that
say-
is.
Pink Floyd?
Stellar. Incubus.
No.
Heart Full of Black.
Who's that?
Burning Brides.
I have no idea.
That
who
sounds like a heavy metal band. Though.
Yeah.
Symphony of Destruction.
No.
Ziggy Stardust.
Take them over to
No, it's not Ziggy Stardust.
Fat
I
Lip.
don't even remember how Ziggy Stardust.
Take It
went.
Off. The Donnas. Unsung.
Who knows? It could be Ziggy Stardust because that's one of those songs that changes a lot throughout the song.
No, it's definitely not that one.
No.
Like I said, this song changes a
It
lot
does.
throughout the song. Like it could be like the middle, like at a fucking shift in
Who's
the middle
that
of the
by?
fucking song.
That's David
David
Bowie.
Bowie, yeah.
Spanish
Oh.
Castle Magic. Higher Ground.
No.
No One Knows. Is it No One Knows?
Who's that by?
It
Queens of the
is.
Stone Age?
Yes.
I don't think it's Queens
I
of
don't
the
think
Stone
it is
Age.
either.
Hold on.
No.
No
You're
one knows.
incorrect.
Hold on, let's just listen to it.
That's definitely not the
Let's
song
just-
you're
No,
thinking of.
that's not it at all.
I want to hear the
We
beginning though.
get some rules to follow. I love Queens of the Stone Age. That band fucking rocks.
It's not though, but I love the song.
It's a fucking dope song.
Man,
Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Keep reading.
this is gonna be the most boring podcast.
I'm having fun. Fuck
Yeah, I'm having fun. We're
Where
trying
was
to find
I?
out the
Oh,
song, guys.
Ace of Spades,
No.
Nah.
No.
Crossroads by Cream,
Nah.
Godzilla.
No. These
Tex-
are all like the riffs of these songs are so fucking famous.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like as soon as you hear it, you're like, it's definitely not it.
Dude, I wanted to cover Godzilla in the cover band, but kind of make it our own because that guitar was awesome.
Uh huh.
I like Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
What's the
Like-
what's the song that was in Joe Dirt a lot? Fuck it.
Good movie.
I literally just lost. Like I
Pretty
had
good
the name
movie.
right before I fucking said that, but
Great. Now
Yeah,
we
now-
got another one.
All right, let me keep going. Texas Flood,
Who's that by?
Stevie Ray
it's
Stevie
not,
Ray
it's
Vaughan?
not, it's not
Yeah.
that. I don't think.
Frankenstein.
By
Is that
who?
Alice Cooper?
That was a good song, but I don't remember how it goes.
Is
The
this
Edgar Winter
Guitar
Group.
Hero 1?
Yeah. Cowboys from Hell,
No.
Bark at the Moon.
No.
Would it be Frankenstein?
By who?
The Edgar Winter Group.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know who
Maybe,
that is. either.
maybe
I
because
don't
I
think
did
it
say
is.
I don't. It could be a song that I've
Are
heard
you
a million
looking it up?
times
Yeah.
and don't know the name
Okay.
of. That's it.
Oh! There we go.
Who is it?
The Edgar Winter Group.
The Edgar Winter Group.
Yeah, like I
see-
said, it's something I never
And
would
I've
have.
been
I've
right.
never heard of that.
Oh my
Yeah, I have no
god.
idea.
Thank.
All right, dude.
Now that we got that
We
out
got
of the way.
there. Hell
'Cause
yeah.
we went right over it because you were just like Frankenstein and nobody said anything. We're all just like,
But
I don't know.
I remember that song because I
See,
remember I
like-
played it a lot on that because it was one of my favorites.
Yeah, but like
and I knew.
you
I'm
were
happy right
definitely
now.
right about being like it being like a popular one-hit wonder
Mhm.
because what the fuck else has
Can
the
you play
Edgar
more
Winter
of that?
Group?
I want to hear the lyrics. I think it's just an instrumental.
it might be.
I think it
yeah.
is.
No, it's not.
I don't think
No.
I've ever heard the lyrics of the song. That's for sure.
Dude, I was fucking spot on. They couldn't tell me that shit on Google.
I know. I was
Fuck you.
surprised.
Google's
So-
pretty stupid.
So it was Guitar Hero 1.
It's an instrumental. Yeah, the first one.
That one had a lot of
Because I
classic
remember
rock
it
songs
gets
on
really
it.
sick like
What the
later
fuck?
on and hard.
Look at the guy. I don't know who that is.
Do you know?
Frankenstein.
I don't know who that is. Is that Frankenstein?
Are you on the artist page?
No.
Like, what are
but
some of his other
I
songs?
could get there.
Like,
I'm
I didn't even know
almost
this was a
certain
thing.
that is an instrumental, and it just gets harder. Because I love
They had
playing
a couple
it.
of. They had a couple of those on Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
Like Through Fire, whatever the fuck is that.
I mean, that one has
That-
both.
yeah,
that
that has
Oh, that's
vocals.
true.
Flames.
It's yeah, whatever.
That's the one that everybody was like,
I could play
wanted-
this on expert.
yeah, I can get this perfect or whatever, 100%.
Yo, playing Guitar Hero on a controller was so
Who
easy.
did
I
that?
did.
See, we tried it before, but we're like, this is stupid.
It's-
I already have the
Easy.
guitar. Why would I?
yeah.
Well, mine broke, so I loved playing the game anyways. And then like just hitting orange with your thumb, like it's just A.
So the
No.
Edgar Winter Group did a song called "Free Ride." Is that the one that's like, "Come on and take a free ride"?
Click
Let
on
play
it.
it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Yep.
Yeah.
So they have
Okay,
two hits.
so there's
they
two
have
songs.
two hits.
Alright.
This was also. From
I had
Dazed and
no
Confused.
idea that
yes, it
that
was.
they
The
did
mountain
that
is
song.
high.
The
The
valley
valley
is
is low.
Yeah. See,
a
I
good
had
song.
no idea. Wow, dude.
What was there any other ones that you recognized?
No.
I'm so
Free
happy I
Ride-
found it.
two
Free
songs.
Ride was the only one because that was in the beginning of the Power Rangers movie when they're all roller skating.
Oh,
That
yeah.
song's playing.
Yeah, you're right.
For sure.
That you know what? That Power Rangers movie had good music in it. Like it started
Yeah, it
out the
did.
movie with Higher Ground, and then we got that song.
Too bad it's the Power Rangers.
Higher Ground by Red
Dude,
Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers.
When they were
Yeah.
jumping out of
When
the
they were
plane,
jumping out of the plane.
skydiving.
Oh yeah, and the one guy just had a fucking snowboard for
Yeah.
no reason.
Shout out Jason David Frank.
Hell
Is there
yeah.
any reason to have a fucking snowboard while you're
Because
skydiving?
it's cool, dude. He looks the coolest.
Yeah, he had to be cool.
He's
No,
like,
like,
he's
are-
like the leader, so he had to do something different.
You
it's
want a
like-
snowboard? Are we landing in snow? No.
What's wrong with Power Rangers, Kristen?
It's gay.
Why?
It is pretty stupid.
You guys don't like the Power Rangers?
No,
mean,
we've
for-
I like it when I was a
discussed
child.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I did
It's
watch
for
it when I
kids.
was little. Like
I like the
twice.
nostalgic thing.
Dude,
It's
I
me
w-
and SpongeBob. I can't
I went
Like
back.
now.
I went back and rewatched the first 2 seasons.
I
of
have
it when I was
have
like
done
yesterday.
Yesterday.
no, no, it was when I was like 29.
that.
So I haven't watched it in
Dude,
a while.
I watched
went
them
back
like
and watched
2 years ago. I watched
Oh,
like
word?
3 seasons.
I still watch SpongeBob sometimes when it's on TV, so I can't hate.
The whole time
Well,
I
I
just
mean-
talk shit about it because I'm like, man.
Oh, me too.
It looks so bad.
And it's the same thing every episode,
I
just a
kinda-
different monster.
So I kind
Yeah.
of get that way watching wrestling. Like, I talk shit about it the whole time I'm watching it, but I still watch it.
Well, that was the
'Cause,
point
like,
of the
it's-
whole
it's-
like heels and
It
Whatever
well,
the other
yeah,
ones are called,
and
right?
like nowadays, the WWE in particular, no, actually all of them, they all it's like, it's goofy. They all have goofy storylines, and there's
goofy.
like,
well, they
It's
leaned
not
into
bad-
the fake part of it, right?
yeah,
Like they
it's
really
not-
leaned into the fact that everybody knows that it's not real now.
it's not badass anymore.
Yeah.
Everything gets.
I mean, the
leaked.
internet has ruined everything.
Yeah, everything does get leaked, which
Seth
is
Rollins had like a
there's no
surprise
more-
guest, but it got leaked.
there's no more
Yeah,
like.
shit. I knew about that like a week before WrestleMania.
It happens with TV now too. Like everybody's like so like with Game of Thrones when that was still
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Like everybody was trying to find leaks.
Yeah,
and,
like, why would
releasing
you-
scripts and shit?
Why would you
enjoy
go out
it.
looking for a leak when you're like, the anticipation and suspense of it is what. That's what I like.
I
I
think
wouldn't
it's
want
for
to go
clout.
looking for leaks.
If you find the leak, then everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah."
It's for
and-
money. You fucking if you get the
True.
leak, you could sell it to somebody. But like
That's true.
they do it
Stupid.
with Marvel too, and Marvel has gotten like to where they will just purposefully leak lies and fucking shoot stuff that's not actually in.
That's
Game
what
of
I would
Thrones did
do.
it,
That's
too.
good.
They shoot stuff that's not actually in it. They'll over edit their fucking trailers. They'll edit people out of certain scenes and edit people
WWE should
into
do
other
that.
scenes. Just to confuse, like so nobody
That's
thinks
good.
that they got
That's
it.
a good
Who does that?
strategy
Marvel
right there.
for like the superhero movies. They did it a lot for Infinity War. Like if you watch the trailer for Infinity War, like when they are Endgame, when they go back in time, like there's a scene in the trailer where it shows like when they're all about to go back in time, like it shows all of them together. In the trailer they like edited characters out. So it only looked like there was 3 of them there, but then the actual
That's
movie
smart.
all of them were there.
Ah. Yo, yesterday I seen a video about Happy, Iron Man's right-hand man.
Oh yeah.
So
Happy Hogan.
Yeah. So he was in the Spider-Man. They were comparing it to No Way Home, and like he was in that movie, and they showed the Matt Murdock scene where he catches the rock, and
I haven't seen this movie.
Yeah, be careful.
Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
stop.
I
I'm gonna
knew-
stop talking. Now.
I knew Matt Murdock was in it. I think it was just on the Wikipedia
I
page.
didn't.
And it's the guy from fucking.
What do you mean you didn't know?
Like I mean, before
You
the
watched
movie,
the
I
movie.
knew who it
Oh,
was when I
okay,
saw
okay,
the
okay.
fucking movie.
yeah.
I was kind of
Whoa.
pumped about that because I loved that series, the Daredevil series.
See,
Daredevil's my favorite superhero.
Jerry and I started watching it. We've only watched like 3 episodes though, and then for some reason we just stopped.
Dude, the first fucking episode, the fight scene at the end of the first episode is so badass. When it's just like down the hallway, it's almost like Old Boy.
What's it on Netflix?
It used to be. Didn't it get taken off?
Well, I think they put it on Disney Plus now.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's a
that makes
Disney-
that makes sense.
I think
Didn't
the
that have some
contract
brutal
ran out.
stuff in it though?
Yeah, but now Disney Plus has a fucking adults only side.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no
They-
shit.
They made the
Legit.
adults only thing just for those Netflix shows.
So
They put
maybe
all of them on
So
there.
They're probably
maybe the
gonna-
next Deadpool will be rated R.
Yeah, maybe. Yo,
They should stay alive on it then.
What?
They should stay alive on it then.
what's
Why do you?
The adult one, because that's a
Oh,
Disney
It's
movie.
not an adult movie. It's only PG-13.
But it's horror. Well, it's not on the regular.
It's not. It's a Disney movie and it's not
You're
on
like
there.
obsessed with that movie.
I love that movie.
Outrage.
I
Is
feel
that the
like-
video game?
I feel
movie?
like if we
Mhm.
really went back and watched all of our
I have.
podcasts, she's
Wait,
probably
is-
mentioned it everyone.
Oh, yeah. I thought I meant like if we went back and watched it.
Is
like,
that
I
your
thought-
favorite movie then?
No.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite movie?
I don't know. Probably the one that I have us watching
It's not a really hard question.
for the next. Well, I don't want to say it.
All the favorite questions are always the hard questions.
Because
It depends on genre
there's so
too.
much of
I
stuff
love
out
horror.
there.
Yeah.
It's really hard to
There's
pick a
so
favorite.
much
I
stuff.
love horror the best. I guess I could pick like a favorite horror movie or favorite like it's genre.
I love horror movies.
horror ones. Is that what you said?
Is that what you said?
Horror,
Oh, I thought
like scary
it
movies.
sounded like you just said horror, and I'm like,
horror.
did we just go about like to talking about
Porn's
porno?
my favorite. Yeah.
But anyway, continue with your
Anyways.
horror.
Oh, I was just saying like horror is my favorite genre, but I wouldn't say like it's my favorite. It's complicated. Oh, Brother Where Art Thou's probably my favorite movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
I've rewatched it the most.
I watched Tommy Boy the other day.
Yo, I haven't seen that forever.
Chris
Yeah.
Farley was the
Last
man.
time
It's been
makeup
cr-
on.
it's
What kind of
been
movies do you think he would be making
the same
if he
exact
was still
the
alive?
same exact kind of movies?
Yeah, but he would
would've
have
been
to
on
chill out a
Grown Ups.
little bit though, because society's changed a little bit.
he's a
think
comedian.
so?
He doesn't fucking care.
He would have been on Grown Ups instead of Paul Blart.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Adam
you're-
Sandler, David Spade. Yeah, Chris
Or
Farley
maybe-
would have been in Grown Ups for sure.
I have a better question. What role would Chris Farley have played in Joe Dirt? Because you know he would have been in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
One of Kid Rock's friends.
I was thinking
Maybe
he
he
would
would-
take over the Kid Rock
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
Kid
that would
Rock
be
wouldn't
cool
be in
too,
it. It'd just
yeah.
be Chris Rock or Chris Farley being an asshole, but he'd be funny about it. Kid Rock wasn't really that funny.
yeah. He's not funny at all. It's not funny at all.
I don't know. His new music is pretty funny.
Or like a good
Oh my
musician
God.
Anyway.
Oh my god. If nobody has fucking looked up Kid Rock's new music, please do.
Ain't
hilarious.
nobody gonna tell me how to live.
He actually put "Let's Go Brandon" in the chorus
Yeah.
to one of his songs.
He's
Really?
so
Yeah.
funny. I don't like him.
Oh man, it opens up with like "fuck Biden" and blah blah blah.
You know what I gotta say about that "Let's Go Brandon" thing though? It just proves that liberals don't have a sense of humor because they take it so seriously. And the whole "Let's Go Brandon" thing it's hilarious. No matter how you want to look at it, it's fucking
It is
hilarious.
because like how it originally happened
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
and how like the
original
fucking
video's funny.
how
Wait.
Trump fans like
Wait,
just
wait.
spun it around and we're just like this
Wait
is
a
it.
second.
This is what this means now.
Is there something that I don't know? How did it actually?
Was it a race?
How did it
a news
actually
report had a
NASCAR,
race?
yeah. A guy named Brandon won the Daytona 500, and while they were interviewing him, the crowd was chanting "fuck Joe Biden." And the reporter, girl that was interviewing him, was like, "You hear him? They're chanting your name. They're chanting 'Let's go Brandon,'" and then they cut out him, and they brought up the crowd, and the crowd was just like, "Fuck Joe Biden." So then conservatives and Trump fans just took that and were like, whenever they just say "Let's go Brandon" when they want to say "fuck Joe Biden."
Oh, see, I didn't know the story
really?
behind
Yeah.
it. I
It's
thought they
funny.
just said. I just thought they started saying "Let's go Brandon."
And liberals,
for no
they'll be
reason.
like, they like, because I've seen so many fucking videos on this. They'll be get on there and just be like, why don't you just say it? Just say "fuck Joe Biden." It's
Because
like,
they're
this is funnier.
because
Yeah.
they're having fun.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is more fun. Just saying "fuck Joe Biden" seems like such a harsh way to do it, but "Let's
Yeah.
go Brandon" just seems fun.
I think
Yeah.
being too far on either side is pretty lame.
That's why you don't like it
both
at all.
both sides suck.
Yeah.
I agree, but that's why I could objectively say that
Yeah.
the "Let's
Yeah.
Go Brandon"
It's-
thing
Oh,
is
it is
it's
funny,
funny.
especially
It's
how
funny.
it happened.
And to see people get bent out of shape
Yeah.
about it is pretty funny too.
It's like, come on, it's so funny. If you got to watch the video. If you haven't seen the video, it's just so funny because the interviewer just keeps laying into it. She's like, they're chanting your name, Brandon. They're chanting "Let's go, Brandon." How does that make you feel? And all you hear is "fuck Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden."
So the interviewer is basically the one who
Do
started
you think
it
she
all.
actually
yeah.
heard it and she was just trying to talk over
Change-
top of
like,
them?
change the
So
subject kind of.
Well, I think she thought they were saying "Let's go, Brandon" because she literally like stopped. They stopped talking and like bring up the crowd so you
like-
hear it. It's on live TV. Like I think it was just a big mistake that fucking
funny.
Trump fans were just like, "Hey, we can take this and make it funny."
yeah, and they saw the
succeeded.
camera and the news reporter, and they were like, "We have to do
This is our time to shine.
This is our time to shine."
That's like the fucker right in the pussy guy. He's like, here's my opportunity.
That was fake.
Really? Oh, what?
You didn't know that?
No,
Dude,
never.
that was totally fake.
Because that would have been the funniest. That's the funniest shit ever.
He got his friends to play reporters and
Oh, like the stage.
All right.
It was staged.
All right, so
It
I
was
hate you.
staged,
I
yeah.
hate you now because
lost
you're a
all
fraud.
respect for that guy.
Lost all respect for him. You're not funny, guy.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't that someone recently on TikTok? She was she like was eating a muffin for just eating a muffin, and then had someone stage like being like, you shouldn't be eating food on TikTok when you're fat and overweight, and she like wasn't. You need to be like in a gym, and like they staged it so it looked like her boyfriend was like tearing her down, and they staged a whole bunch of things like her breaking up with him, and then now everyone's making a big deal because it's like, why would you stage something like that?
So her boyfriend agreed to look like a piece of shit on the
Yup.
internet just for
It never showed
for
him.
views
Just for
and
clicks.
likes.
It was
dude.
just his voice. It never showed
So
him.
weird. It's so weird.
That's very scammy though
so
because
weird.
Well, she did an apology video. She's like, I know you guys haven't noticed I've been on for a few days, and it's because I've been feeling really bad about myself lately.
to talk about
Did
something
she
we were
delete the
talking
video
about.
or leave it up?
She deleted that video, but a lot of people like do edit it and like saved it so they
See,
can keep
why don't
reposting it.
motherfuckers like watch what they just made and go, okay,
They watch it and
maybe
go,
not.
I'm going to be a star.
But then at
But
first,
no, to bring up something that we were talking about before we started recording, it's the veto thing of him just pointing
Yeah.
at his cuts and crying because he wanted attention. They just want to be victims. They can't get notoriety for being like interesting, so they want to get notoriety for being a victim.
yeah.
that happens a lot.
There's a lot of victim complexes.
She
out
like
there.
fucking at first her apology video was saying like it was just for entertainment, so it's okay.
What's entertaining about that?
But then she's like, but when I did the apology, like when I did the video
I mean,
of breaking up with him,
it's
it
a
was
little
to
funny.
show
Dude,
girls who are getting abused that they should break up. But it's like, I thought I did it for entertainment, not for a life lesson.
So
Look,
it's like
if you're
a
saying
waste.
that you're doing it for entertainment, is like you're kind of doing it for pieces of shit who want to watch somebody get degraded for entertainment.
How many
Yeah.
views did the video itself have?
Probably got like
She
millions
claims she
of
has
likes
like a
and
manager and stuff and like a.
stuff. Then her manager would have never let her do that.
Well, she's
Nah.
like, the manager
if
told
they
me.
were smart.
No, this was her thing.
Nah.
She's like, my manager told me not to make this apology video, but I have morals. And I'm gonna make this.
Then why'd
apology
you make
video.
the
Then why'd you make-
Exactly. She just wanted it. I doubt
Morals
she even
went out
has
the
a
door.
manager. Like she's a piece of shit.
I have morals.
I have
Did
morals.
you see about the TikTok person that faked Tourette's?
There was.
Wait.
I follow a TikTok chick that has Tourette's.
I follow.
So do
a
I.
guy-
I follow
Me
a
too.
few
Which
Tourette's
one is
people.
it?
I don't remember names. She had like pink hair, shaved
Oh.
sides.
There's this one I saw where one of her like tics thing is saying "Hello, Georgie" and making Pennywise's face, and I don't know if she's faking
I
it or
think
not.
I know who you're talking
But
about.
I don't know.
You gotta like kind of educate yourself a little bit about Tourette's.
Yeah, I went through her
to
other videos and I
see-
think
to
it's
really
real.
Be able to tell.
I watched that Uncle Tix guy. He's fucking hilarious. I like that guy.
They make like weird like 80s video game noises. They're like boop. It's like it's just so weird. Like the one that I follow, the girl that I follow does anyway. She'll
Yeah,
like
they
bop,
all
beep,
do
bop,
weird shit.
click.
Is she the gamer? That she plays
I think
games
so,
and shit
yeah.
too, right?
I think so.
I've
Yeah.
wa-
It's
I've-
always just those weird noises, or she'll say something sexual.
That girl, she did a video. She invited a bunch of people over that had Tourette's as well, and they all just sat in a room and had a conversation. That shit,
Sounds like
dude.
the funniest conversation in the
dude.
world. Oh my god.
it was.
Wait,
I think.
do you know where to find this video?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would love to get a TV right here and just let people watch
our
us
reaction.
Watch the.
I seen it on TikTok, but I mean,
Oh
YouTube
man,
exists.
I'm just gonna get on TikTok, type in Tourette's, and just watch.
Tourette's party. No, I mean it's. Some of them say a lot of things,
I
and
follow,
some of them just make noises and click. So I don't know.
I follow someone who's like, she'll be like, "What 'em up," or she'll be like, "You're done, you're done."
And that's her tics.
Yeah,
I love.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot more. Like she does a lot of facial things. Like she'd be like,
I think that
That's
no.
awesome.
dude.
Could you like? I would never be mean to someone that like if I encountered them.
absolutely not.
But what
I'm
I don't
gonna
know what
laugh
my
at it.
reaction would be if someone said, hello, Georgie, and the voice and like made the Pennywise face to me.
Like it was like imagine.
I assume they were retarded.
Yo,
Imagine being in the store. It's like you're
That's
about
what
to
I'm
walk by someone and they just do that.
I'm like,
the guy that I watch, one of his ticks, he always says, "Sit on my face, bitch."
that's awesome.
Dude,
See,
it's
that's awesome.
They did a video where him and his girlfriend went to the restaurant. It was great, dude. He was telling the waitress to sit on his face and like.
See, that's funny.
Who's the dude
Like,
that
I'm
was
not-
cooking?
Like I said, I'm
A lot of them do cooking videos.
I think
I've
we
watched
put
so
it in
many.
hilarious.
the chat.
I've watched so many cooking Tourette's
Didn't one
videos.
of us put it in the chat? And it was like he was trying to like, and he was throwing eggs.
you know what?
Yeah, I remember watching that one. I don't know.
It
I
was
can't
one of
remember where it was
you.
from.
See,
but-
Uncle Tix is one of those guys who says he made a video saying how eggs are Tourette's people's worst
Yeah.
because like they can't ever hold on to them.
I watched that video
eggs
of
are
the
hard
girl.
to clean too.
yeah,
when they're
dude.
not
Oh,
cooked.
the smell.
They
But-
stick. Like the way they stick to stuff is weird. It's like a fucking weird jelly type thing. Like it's
I don't
gross.
like raw eggs at all. Like even making like baked stuff. But anyways, I watched like giving someone Tourette's like the COVID test, like shove it up their nose. Have you seen that video?
God.
It was viral. Like they couldn't get it up her nose because she kept moving and shit. It's like that would be impossible. And she kept saying,
Maybe
sorry,
you should just
sorry.
stay home through all of this.
Yeah, I've watched hair cutting Tourette's videos.
That would be.
I don't know how you get through a haircut.
They need to smoke weed. I feel like that could help a little bit.
I mean, a lot of them probably do,
Yeah.
honestly.
Do you ever see the one video? This one was like before TikTok and whatnot, but it was the kid, and they were like in a police station learning about stuff, and he was like, he would like be calling a cop a whore and a prostitute and stuff, and tell her to come lick his balls or whatever.
Oh, I mean, South Park really touches on Tourette's.
I mean,
When
They
Cartman-
touch on everything.
When Cartman
dude.
fakes it.
that's a good episode.
And then he starts getting, like, he starts saying what's on his mind.
And is it Craig or Clyde through the whole, or Craig? Is it Craig or Clyde through the whole
There's
thing? Is like
Craig and Clyde
I
are
wi-
both on there.
It's Clyde.
he
It's
keeps
Craig, 'cause
wishing.
he's the one that always.
Oh, the
flips
one
yeah,
with
he
Tweak.
keeps
Yeah, the
wishing
one
he
with
could
Tweak. Yeah.
tell his parents to do this or that, or tell his teacher.
And he's
like every time.
man, I wish, how awesome would it be to call her a bitch or some shit like
I'd be
that.
so happy.
Yeah, dude. He's
South
the
Park's
man.
awesome.
Was there not a new episode this week?
There
No.
wasn't.
Okay.
Hasn't it been a couple weeks now?
No, it's only been one. Because
What was the
Oh,
latest
wait,
episode?
The
St.
St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
one.
Day
The
one.
latest
It's been a
epis-
couple weeks now.
The latest episode was the World War one, right?
What?
Like where they were like,
St.
we're going
Pat-
to World War Three.
St. Patty's Day.
Oh,
St.
that
Patrick's Day
that
was
was the last episode.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember this World War one.
Wait,
Where Mr. Mackey goes to his mom's house
Oh,
and he's like,
yeah. Okay, I
I
remember
think
now.
World War Three's happening.
that one was pretty good.
I thought that was the most recent one.
I'm pretty sure
That's
St.
before
Patrick's-
St. Patty's
Yeah, that's
Day.
the
right?
Well, the most recent one on HBO Max is the St. Patty's Day one,
Okay.
which has. I mean, St. Patrick's Day was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so I guess it has been like
That is
2
true.
weeks. Gay.
I
Come on,
wa-
South Park.
I
Let's
did
go.
watch that one.
Nothing exciting has happened in the world for them to have to make a video.
I mean, plenty of
show.
exciting things happen they can make fun of.
We're still in the midst of World War Three.
True.
They could totally do a Putin thing, like how they did
They
with
already did, didn't
Mr.
they?
Garrison with Donald Trump. They could do something.
In the World War episode, they made fun of Putin.
Yeah, but they could like.
I mean, like bring in a Putin character and like get one of the still frames for his face, like they do with Saddam and shit. Mel Gibson.
Oh, that would be pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Those
they
are
could
like
do-
the only two that they do that with too.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to see him make another one.
They could add Putin to that list. They're all shitty.
Have they done it to any other celebrities?
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
Just
the one that
Mel
made Passion of
You
the
just-
Christ.
Yeah,
I just
Mel
wa-
he already
Mel
said
Gibson and Saddam
Oh.
that. Just Mel
Hussein.
Gibson's Saddam.
Saddam Hussein is not a celebrity.
Well, yeah.
It depends on how you look at it. It's definitely very well
I mean,
known.
there's some people
I'm trying
that
to
think he's a celebrity, because I'm sure he had his followers.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, anybody that's rich now is kind of a celebrity. They're on TV.
I mean,
Is Putin a celebrity?
No.
I think it's because we know. I think it's because we
you
know.
just
I don't
crushed
think-
your own logic.
I did. I want to consider him.
They already have
Oh,
it.
right, you
Somebody like him already has a title. What do they
Gay.
call? What do they call him? Is he a president or is he like a
Just a leader.
prime minister?
He's the
or-
president.
Is it president there?
Yeah, that's what he calls it. He's closer to a dictator than a president,
Yeah.
but he calls himself a president.
Yeah, like Russia used to be.
I mean, it's still a communist country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, what were they considered? They were
Sort of.
like, what's the word?
I don't
It
know.
was-
They were
was
the
a s-
USSR.
Well, they were considered a
Soviet
certain type.
Union.
They were considered a certain type of democracy, but I can't remember the word that I'm looking for.
I don't.
But like, because I was reading about this shit because I had a conversation with Jerry's
Democratic Socialists?
No. There was I want to say it started with an F or something. It was something democracy.
Feudal democracy?
What's that mean?
I can't remember what feudalism is. I know it's a political stance, but I don't know what it. I don't remember what it means.
Because like Russians they still vote, right?
I mean, yeah,
But
you just
nothing really happens.
You just gotta wonder if Putin's actually winning the votes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's been in power since what, 2000?
No, I think somebody else was in power in 2000. I think, what has it been? 14 years. I think he's been in power, something like that.
Holy shit.
I don't know. I haven't paid as much attention to it over the past couple of weeks as what I was. I don't know that much about Russia, to be
Said
honest.
according
I really
do
know
to
very
Soviet
little.
ideology, Russia was in transition from capitalism to socialism. Socialism being
Socialism,
the
yeah.
intermediate stage to communism, with the latter being the final. Yeah, it doesn't say.
So we'll just say they're a communist country.
Yeah, they suck.
Man, wish I could remember that word.
You'll figure it out.
Because I'm probably gonna look it up after
This
the
one I
podcast.
don't really care as much about. So
Yeah, neither do I. Just
Yeah,
That
because
song-
even if we
that
do
song
find,
was more of a
even if we
curious
do
thing.
figure out what the word is, then we look up the word, read what it's about. None of us will understand it, and then it's like, oh well, this is just a waste of time anyway.
Mm-hmm. I know some of these words. That's the best part of that movie.
Dude, I try paying attention to that shit and try understanding it, like reading about it and stuff. But like, the more I read about it, and listen to people talk about it, the more I'm just like, I'm never gonna get this. Like, I'm never gonna fully understand politics or economics.
See, my whole thing is like, I'll read a certain amount, and then I'll be like, I really don't care, and then I'll stop reading.
I
Because like
love
when
learning about that
when
shit.
something happens that something, I guess, has to be something big that happens for me to get interested about it. But after I read about it, and I don't know, I don't care about politics because
Politics makes me sad.
But it's really, really important and interesting.
It is, but our government fucking sucks.
I watched this dope video on YouTube of
Well,
how
it's
like
not-
New York
it's-
City was made, like when it started, how little, and like over time. Oh, it was so cool.
I was gonna say that it's
I
not.
just loved it. I
it's-
just watched it yesterday.
It's not the American politics that I'm interested in. I look at other people's, like other countries' shit
Yeah,
that's
dude.
going on.
I
But
like-
then,
I like-
like I said, I'm just like, I don't really care, because like I don't know. I don't ever plan on going abroad or anything, or like if I go on vacation, it'll probably just be within the states.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably like
I'd go to Canada.
6 hours away at tops.
I mean, I might go to Canada. Jerry wasn't opposed when I said we should go to Canada,
Yeah.
but it would probably be honestly, it'd probably be only like just right over the border. Like we probably wouldn't go deep into Canada.
Yeah, just go to Niagara Falls.
yeah, something like that.
That's where the wedding, Missy's sister's wedding's at.
Oh, you guys are actually going to Canada?
No. The New York side.
Oh,
Dude,
Oh.
the New York side of the city of Niagara Falls on the New York side is shitty.
Really?
It's just like a rundown. It was built on industry, and then all the industry left, so it's just like a rundown, depressed city.
Oh, well.
And like all the tourism for Niagara Falls goes to Canada. Like it's all on like all the tourism side is like on the Canadian side, and the American side, the city itself is just a shithole.
Well, you know what?
Is
I'm
it a
gonna be
big
at a
s-
wedding.
Being
I'm
right-
gonna drink.
being
and
right
I'm
next
gonna
to
be
the
like,
falls.
Oh, this place is awesome.
Being like right next to the falls on the New
Fallen.
York side is cool, but like the city itself is just a shithole.
Is it a big city?
Not really anymore.
I've never looked at a map.
Her sister's a teacher
Does it?
up there.
Oh.
And
Like public school?
it's like I don't want to fuck it up, but I think it has to do with like low income type.
Does Missy's sister
Stuff.
like The Office?
What?
Because Jim and
I don't know.
because Jim and Pam get married there, and like a lot of people like
At
get
her
married.
school?
No,
like, where
at,
she teaches?
at Niagara Falls on the
Oh.
New York side. Like that's
So it's like a fun trivia fact.
like a lot of people get married there because of that.
Oh.
They're like, oh, Jim and Pam did it, and they're like so in love because it's scripted. And then,
I don't know. I'll ask her sometime.
yeah, because I kind of want to know that. Thank you.
Just go up and be like, hey, my friend Kristen wants to know if you like The Office.
Yo, what if she's like, yeah, that's why we're getting married at Niagara Falls, and you'd be like, yo,
They're not getting married at the falls though. She lives in Niagara Falls.
didn't he say, yo, that's where they're getting married? When we were
I
talking
don't
about,
think so.
Yes, he did.
Niagara is a place. It's
I
not
know.
just the falls.
but I thought you meant like the falls. We were talking about
No,
the falls because we
dude.
were talking about Canada and the falls.
His her fiance, his family
My
owns a
bad.
big restaurant up there that
I take it back. I take it back.
okay. Just like listen when I talk, you know?
I did. I thought I was right. Anyways,
Sorry, dude. No, you're fine.
Jim and Pam get married at Niagara Falls on The Office.
Who gives a shit?
I like The Office.
I do.
But after Steve Carell left, I didn't really care anymore.
Facts.
I always stopped watching after season 4 just cuz I don't know. It's just a show that I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
The
of
very
it.
end is so good though. Like the
No,
last.
I've
season.
definitely went and rewatched The Office
Oh, I watched.
quite a few times.
It's literally on Comedy Central every single day, like all day. Like that's the one show, and then South Park at night. And I watch it every single day almost. Like I've seen it over
That's
and
cool.
over and over.
The only shows I rewatch over and over is like South Park,
Mhm.
The Simpsons, Family Guy.
Bob's Burgers.
Isn't it kind of strange that like TV channels now, like stations, are just like relegated to just playing the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again all day long?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Shit's crazy. Like,
I
people,
like it.
they always have marathons going of some TV show. Like watch
fucking
24-hour series of this show.
like Comedy Central, like she just said, is all fucking South Park and The Office, and then if you go over to MTV, it's just ridiculousness.
Oh my god.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's,
Oh my God.
MTV is literally the
They
ridiculous
would play that.
channel.
They would literally play that all day until like
do.
10 p.m.
And all
I
night.
remember going to a hotel one time and I was flipping through the channels and I just kept going. I was in the guide and I just kept going over to see what was on next. And it was just ridiculousness, one after another. It was fucking crazy. I was like, dude, what? I don't.
And then Tuesdays are Catfish, the TV series, and then Teen Mom at night. And then literally the rest of from like morning till night is ridiculous.
That's why
every other
people
day.
stream, dude.
yeah, fuck cable.
I don't
or
know. I like watching
satellite
The Office all
or
day.
whatever.
But like, you could just do that on Peacock.
Yeah, and the great thing about
And only pay $5 a month.
the
I
great
don't think I've paid for Peacock.
really,
I don't think so.
Oh,
but do you have it?
Yeah.
I feel like you paid for it, bro.
I don't
So
think I've
they
paid
do-
for it.
Don't
they have a free.
I think that's what I have. Is
Do
the
they have a
one.
free version?
Yeah, they have a free because I watched Wishmaster on the free Peacock,
Same here. I think that's when
Okay.
I got it. It was when we
Okay.
watched Wishmaster.
but I pay for my Peacock now because wrestling.
Yeah. They need to go back.
But
to
I
the
only have
network.
I only have the
Fucking
I only pay for the little one. It's like $4.99.
Yep.
With tax, it's $5.29. So it's
Word.
cheap, and I get everything that I want.
Did they raise the ESPN Plus subscription? I think they did because I got like an email from ESPN Plus, but I couldn't tell if it was. I don't know what I paid for it originally.
So you want to know something crazy? Do you still buy the pay-per-views?
I mean, sometimes.
What's
One
the
of
last pay-per-view you bought?
I think I bought the last one.
Okay, how much was it when you bought it?
Almost $80.
I've been only getting charged $74.99 from the pay-per-views I buy, and I have no idea why. Because
So you haven't been paying taxes?
no,
You in trouble.
So I remember when they first announced it was at the beginning of the year when they said the pay-per-views were rising to $79.99, and I was like, okay, that's lame.
I thought they were at $69.99 and they raised it to $74.99.
It
Was I wrong about that?
It was at $69.99, and then it went to
Nice.
$74. Now it's at $79. But like I didn't notice it until the last pay-per-view I bought. But it only charged me like $74.71 for the pay-per-view. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, Jerry, I thought we were paying $80, but it said right on the screen. When I was going to buy the fight, I hit buy pay-per-view and it said $79.99. But when I looked in my bank account in the pending transaction, it only said $74.71. And I was like, okay.
I think I've been paying the fucking $80, which kind of sucks.
So, but I don't know why I'm not.
You're going to get in trouble for tax evasion, dude.
There's taxes.
he's paying the
There's
taxes.
taxes on it though.
Well, update your app.
It is up to date.
Why would he do that? You're telling him ways to pay more money.
Yeah, fuck that.
Keep doing your thing. If they fucking find out, it's their fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't even
true.
know.
Proud
I don't
of
even
you.
know. I don't even know why. But you know what? It's okay. I'm
Fuck
fine
the
with
system, dude.
it. I ain't doing anything to fuck the system.
But yeah,
The system just isn't working.
The fucking Adesanya Whitaker fight,
Typical.
I didn't buy that one. I just waited a month for it to be free on ESPN
Yeah.
Plus. Just watched it then because at the time I was poor. I was like, I can't fucking spend $80 on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, like. And if you could just watch it next month, I mean.
Yeah, just
Whatever.
wait a month. I mean, everybody. I heard about it already anyway because I think I had to work through it or was sleeping because I had to work the next morning. So I can't look at fucking Instagram without
Yeah,
it telling
dude,
me the
it's-
results and shit. So
As
I'm like,
soon as the results happen, it's right
It's
up.
usually the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. Is because
I
I'm
don't
in
even
it's all-
watch it, and it's
Yeah.
all over my Instagram.
MMA.
Yes, I've liked one thing, and I still I don't follow anything, and I see it.
Maybe it's
I don't know
because
how.
That just means it's really popular.
No, it's sad.
No,
so
MMA.
somehow
is
it
super
got
popular.
into your algorithm.
Yeah.
Probably
Just 'cause
us
of that
talking about it
one
right
light.
now, dog.
yeah, your phone's listening.
Do you have your mic on?
Yeah, that's what it's
I
just from
doubt
us
it.
talking
I'm,
about
like,
it around
super-
her.
I don't know. Sometimes
Get
I
on
just be
Instagram
thinking
right
shit.
now. Tell me what your first post is. If
Some-
it's MMA, that's gonna.
I did that whole developer glitch thing in my phone
MMA. Okay.
to where I can turn the mics off on my phone so my apps and shit can't hear me. It's pretty awesome.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I'll show you if you want me to.
Sometimes I just be thinking.
But the
shit
only
and
thing is,
shit
like,
with
when
me.
you turn your sensor off, like, your camera's not gonna work and shit like that,
Right.
and like recording stuff.
So it just shuts it off permanently, and then
Yeah,
you have to
it's-
turn it back on
Yeah.
later.
So, cause
if you
like
want to use it.
when I did that developer thing, and then I went into the extra options, I seen the sensor thing and I read what it was about, and I was like, oh, this is nice. So I added it to my fucking drag down bar menu, and I could turn it on and off. It turns out like I said, when I turn the sensor off, it turns off the mic on all my apps, so my apps can't listen to me, and it turns off all the mics on my phone. It's
Cool,
dope.
dude.
I actually learned it from a TikTok video, because I was like, you don't know what's real or not on that fucking app.
Facts.
So, and like, I went to this dude's profile because I watched the video, and then I went to his profile, and like all his videos are just fixing phones and what you can do on your phones. I was like, okay, this is probably legit. So I tried it, and I got all these extra options, and I was like, dude, it works. And the sensor one was the first one that made me go, this is what I need. So people aren't listening to me all the time.
It is fucking creepy that they do that.
Yeah.
There was the fucking Rogan had a guy on the other day that was apparently like he helped design that shit, and he claims that they're not doing that.
Facts.
He claims that that's not what they're doing, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I think you're lying or you don't know.
He's definitely lying, because why would the app ask you for permission to use your mic if that's not what they were doing? You know how you get every time you download a new app, you got to give it permissions. The mic permission is so the app can listen to you and give you advertisements based on what they hear you talking about.
Well, I watched a video where, like, when you get, like, Amazon, like, suggestions, your phone can, like, pick up what your friends have looked at.
Yeah.
So it can see, like, if you like, I don't know. Like
that's
what
why
you
you're getting
buy.
all that UFC shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
all you
Yeah,
hang
true.
out
yeah,
with
that's
us.
definitely.
That's true, but
Our
they're
phones
like
are all connecting, and all 3 of our phones are just sending you UFC shit.
Our phones, our phones, and that laptop and everything is talking right now.
yeah, like the girls
Just
like
like
it
us.
can't hear you. We don't care enough for that, but they say that like like our electronics are talking. Like everything we look up when you're next to a phone long enough, it will pick up all that. Like what you've searched on Amazon, what you do like will pick up on your phone.
Yeah,
what you've bought with your card.
That's what the Rogan guy was saying too. Like
Yeah.
they communicate with each other.
They're all little electrical things just going about each other.
They are listening.
Did you see that Netflix like social whatever thing?
The social dilemma.
Yeah, when they talk about like
I kind of just figured that's it. That was what's already happening.
it's kind
It
of
seems
depressing.
like the thing that everybody had already been talking about. They just made a documentary about it. I was like, that's cool that they made the documentary, but I kind of already get it.
It's
you know?
crazy though, because they're like,
Is it about what we're talking about right now? Like
yeah, like
phones
and,
listening to us
and like
shit?
how like social media has made people more depressed.
Oh,
And
okay.
like because it's like preying on our on our clicks and that little fucking dopamine trip you get from getting likes and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And
it also talks about like it made like like how they showed it was like somebody like in your phone like waiting for you to get on a certain app, and which is why you'll get random notifications for apps if they notice you're not on it, because they want you constantly on social media. So then like if you're not on TikTok for a while, then you'll start getting notifications that you haven't gone before because they want you to get on TikTok.
I get
and
that
shit-
from Snapchat all the time.
Yeah.
I turned off all my notifications
I have
for
most
my
of 'em
apps
off.
because I don't give a shit.
Same.
It helps me not get on it.
Focus. Yeah.
Like I don't want to be on Facebook a lot
I
or
turn-
Instagram or whatever. So I turn my notifications off so I don't realize if something happens, and I just get on it when I get on it.
I leave like text messaging, phone calls open.
Yeah, I do that. I do
that's
that.
like because if emergency happens. you
Exactly.
might-
I do. I leave my YouTube notifications on.
See, I do have
I
my
do-
YouTube.
Yeah,
I
leave
do
mine
have
on.
my
I
YouTube.
like seeing when.
But yeah, the people that I follow post a video.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
know.
I have nothing on but Snapchat and like Messenger.
Yeah,
That's
I don't turn any of them off really. Like I just ignore them mostly. Like I said, I
turn 'em
get.
off.
I'm pretty
never
good at
use
ignoring
Snapchat.
notifications.
I'm pretty good at it.
Like
But
my
I
phone
don't-
will go off, Missy will be like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "I don't care."
But that's the thing. Like kind of like what you were just saying. Like I would say I never use Snapchat. I didn't even realize it was on my phone. But that's the one that I think I get the most notifications for besides YouTube. Like YouTube, and then there's like a news app that I have that I get notifications for.
Dude, you want to know the most notifications I get that I actually haven't turned off? DraftKings. So I was talking to Brad
Yeah,
about.
I get a lot of those too.
I was talking to Brad last night about this.
and
So,
I don't
like,
use it anymore.
DraftKings. One thing is like, if you have a gambling problem, please contact. They give you a number or whatever, but they are at. Dude, I get so many notifications throughout the day from DraftKings. It's like I even get ones that say, "We miss you. Come back.
Yeah,
play
yeah.
the casino." It's like. You guys are promoting a gambling addiction, but
You're
yet
pushing.
They
You're not even
legally
promoting
have
it.
to do that.
They're enabling a fucking gambling addiction.
Yeah,
they're
but they're like, hey, if you need help, you can call this number.
All gambling things legally have to have that option. Like lottery machines, if you notice on the side, they'll have pamphlets of like, if you have a gambling problem, you should like do this. Like they have to.
Yeah,
have
it's
that
like
around
it's
it.
like what John said about how smoking cigarettes. They put the whole "this may cause
On the
cancer" or
warning.
whatever. It's the
Pregnant
same.
women should not use it.
It's a legal disclaimer.
Sexist.
Like, yeah, that's
on cigarettes, dude.
but it's
Some government
it's the
surgeon
law.
general or some shit.
It's the law. But if they're doing that kind of advertising, does it really make sense as a law at all?
No,
Most
not
laws
really.
make sense.
Like because it's not like they're telling you every single time to if you have a gambling addiction, yada yada yada. Like they're just pushing their product on you constantly, and then if you happen to go there, they'll have a little thing that's like, "Hey, if you have a gambling addiction, blah blah blah."
Yeah,
but
and
then
it's
they just
usually-
continue to push their product.
it's
on you.
usually right at the bottom of the
Yeah.
fucking website, in little letters.
the fine print.
Yeah, the fine
Like,
print.
by the way, we have to say this,
and
but like,
the only
Yeah, it's like this weird, like little fucking cover up kind
We-
of thing. Like, oh, don't worry, we promote people getting help for their gambling addictions, but we way heavier promote our fucking product. You know?
People like to see that we care, so we got to say this.
And is that really helping anybody? That little warning in the phone number?
No,
dude.
because nobody ever reads it because it's in the bottom of the screen, fine print. And
it's-
I mean, they do have it. They do have it on their commercials.
Because they have.
But they
it's
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that guy speed reading it at the end.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they do with
Like
fucking
medicine.
pharmaceuticals. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they do with medicine. And
yeah.
the fucking,
Buying vehicles and shit.
Be like, take this medicine for depression, and then like really fast at the end.
Could
But
cause
you might
depression.
fucking die really fast. But it's
Could
fine.
cause
you may-
depression.
you may kill yourself while you're on this medicine. You
Cause
won't be depressed anymore.
Suicidal thoughts may occur.
Yeah, like
All your problems will go away.
this
if you
is
kill
an
yourself.
antidepressant that can cause
Suicidal
depression, suicidal thoughts, and could possibly be fatal. But it's somehow supposed to help.
thoughts. Consult a doctor before taking.
My dad has this friend who's literally addicted to scratch offs, but he's a really old guy who like his
That's
wife.
all old people do. Dude.
His wife passed away. He really has like nothing. He drinks literally from wake to sleep. Like he's whatever. And this one time he was like complaining about how much he does. So I gave him the pamphlet to be funny. He got so fucking offended by that. But I was just like, that was our relationship. Like we just picked on each other. Like he'd be mean to me. So I gave him it. He got so offended. And then I felt really bad.
Because he knows he has a problem. Dude.
Yeah. I felt bad. And then my dad's like, don't do that. And I'm like, whoopsie. I felt really bad. But he still gambled like that night. Like he like hits all of them. He would go to the pump in Leroy's when I worked there. Then go to the pump and can and then the Acorn. Because people who are like addicted to it think there's like a system.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
They
Yes.
do. Like,
Every
Like,
20th
I've
scratch
seen-
off is the
I was
winner.
gonna say I've seen the videos of people going into like the convenience stores and being like, "What number ticket is that?"
it's like there's no system to it. Like filling it, there's no like order. Like
It's a random number
it's
generator.
very random.
That they get you. They get you, man. I spent $15 on casino games this weekend on DraftKings.
Do you have a problem? Do we
They're
need to give you
They are
a
getting
pamphlet?
you, dude.
No,
They are.
I
getting
won
you.
$5.
I'll bring you a
maybe
pamphlet.
give him. I was gonna
I'll
say.
bring you the pamphlet next time.
I don't
you-
need it any. I don't need it now because
I'm
after
not,
I lost,
I'm not gambling right
That's
now.
what
After I
all people
You're
that
thinking
are
about
addicts-
gambling right now, aren't you?
no, I lost $15. After I lost $15, I was like, "Fuck this!"
You're
I
gonna-
almost,
you know
I
what,
almost
you're gonna-
deleted the app, but I was like, "No, I still want to bet on MMA fights."
They got him. They got him.
I like betting on MMA fights.
I mean, I do
'cause they're-
too. I like doing the Do you do the fantasy MMA?
No, I've looked at it, but I haven't.
I like doing that. It's fun. It's kind of. I really. Did you ever download the Verdict app?
No, not yet.
You should, dude. I really want all of us to get it and fucking like so we can see each other's scores and fucking.
So what's
Predictions and
explain your fantasy MMA? Because I don't even know about fan. Like I don't know how it works.
Oh, the fantasy MMA that the one on DraftKings.
Yeah. What I mean, verdict, whatever.
Yeah, Verdict is just you get. It's just there's no money involved in Verdict.
Yeah, it's free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just fucking you get to pick the fights and who you think's gonna win and how they win. Just like kind of like what we do when we gamble on them.
Yeah.
And then you get points for you get fake points, fake money that you can gamble them on, and then yeah, you just get and then you can like judge the fights while they're as the fights are going on. You can
That's
do like
pretty
live
cool.
judging and see like what everybody else and like they have a global scorecard, so you can see what the whole everybody on Verdict how they judge the fight and
Pretty
who's the
cool.
one who gets got the most points for the fight and shit. And the fantasy MMA on DraftKings was like you get points for you pick you pick a team, like you basically just I think you get 5 or 6, I don't remember, but you get to pick 5 fighters from that night from the prelims all the way to the main card, and then you just get points based on like the takedowns that they get, the amount of strikes that they fucking land, if they win or lost, how they won, shit like that.
I've definitely looked at that then, because I've gone to the Select a Fighter page before.
Yeah.
Then it gives you like you have like 5 slots. You click on Select a Fighter, and then it brings up the list of fighters, and
And you can
I
bet
never
a
went
different
through.
amount. Like you can bet like $3. Put $3 down on a fantasy match, maybe win $10. You know.
yeah. And the pools are cool too because like you got to pick a winner, and then it has shit like how many takedowns will happen in this round, or like
Real specific.
who's gonna be the first to have a knockdown, or like just specific shit.
Gross.
And
Long
some
story short, DraftKings makes gambling really fun.
Yeah.
It
Sounds
really
tedious.
makes it fun.
If
See,
WrestleMania
had a pool actually.
had
It's
just
just-
me guessing who's
it's-
gonna win,
Yo,
I would have made so much
She
fucking
guessed
money.
like almost all of
You
them.
should have
Except the
jumped.
very last
You should have jumped in the pool. They had two pools. They had a $10,000 pool and a $25,000
We talked
pool.
about how interesting it is that there's betting for a predetermined thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think
facts.
that's crazy. Because who's to say somebody from the inside that already knows
Exactly.
betting on that
So
shit?
It does seem like it should be illegal, right?
Yeah.
like
But
yeah.
DraftKings is partnered with WWE, so
But I think they do the same thing with like movies and stuff. Like
Really?
DraftKings gets really into it. Yeah, I think you can
Jesus
guess like
Christ.
before a movie comes out who's gonna die and shit like that, or TV shows anyway.
whoa.
Like you can bet who's gonna die in a season or an episode of a TV
maybe
show.
that's
or
why
shit
people
like
are
that.
so into their leaks and
I would be
stuff.
so good at that.
Maybe that's a good point, dude.
But legit, the only one I got wrong was Brock Lesnar and
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
See, that's where I lost my pool because I picked Brock. I entered both of them, and
How
Brock,
much did it cost? Like how much money?
it was a
put
free
in?
entry. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
But it was $25,000 in total prizes and then $10,000 in total prizes. First place for each one got $1,000, and then it went down to $500 for second place, $300 for third place, and then it did like a third place to like 50th place or something like that.
Yeah, that's
But-
the way the fantasy MMA is, where you like if you could, because some of them like 1,000 people will be in it.
Yeah, but
And like up to like the 300th person could get their money back.
yeah.
So all you got to do is get in like 300th place and you didn't lose anything.
Yeah, but if you get, you can only get a certain amount of those things wrong, like guessing the person, and like with the wrestling one, it was like you got to guess who won, how many. You had to guess who would hit their finisher first.
I guess
You
that's
got
fair.
you got to guess
Yeah.
how many F5s Brock Lesnar would hit, and it had more than 5, less than 5, and you got to pick between.
Bro,
and
I
then it
should've
had.
did it.
Then it had how many
He hit
spears.
like 6 or 7.
It had how many spears will Roman Reigns hit, and it was like more than 5, less than 5. And let's see, what else was there? Who would
upset.
go for the first pinfall?
I probably could have done that.
I'm gonna pay attention to WWE this year, and I'm gonna do it next year, and I'm gonna fucking be great. Cause I did it without even knowing any of the stories, and I guess all of them but the last one.
Sometimes it's easier to guess just based on the promo that you
Yeah.
watch before the match.
And paying attention to what they're doing outside
Because
of
it's kind of like
WWE.
when you're watching the promo, it's kind of like who are they trying to push right now?
Yup.
Who seems like is being pushed the most? Because that person is probably gonna win.
The women's tag team was the only one I'm like, I don't know, but I was still right. I was so shocked I was right on that one. But all the other ones I was confident.
I guessed that one right too.
That was an entertaining match.
WrestleMania was pretty good this year.
It was good this year.
Johnny Knoxville.
That was a great match.
That
It
was
was.
literally the
I was
best.
Good job, Sami Zayn.
The only thing
Yes.
I was so waiting for like Steve-O to show up, but
Oh.
he never did.
I knew he
'Cause
wouldn't
I
because he
thought
wasn't
he-
in any of the backstage clips.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
They
Because like
posted.
I was like, because as soon as Wee Man came out, and I was like, all right, Steve-O's got to come out. He's gonna get the biggest pop, and then he never came out, and I was like, oh,
When
okay.
Wee Man came out, man.
That was a pretty big pop, right?
Oh
when he
amazing.
my
when he
God.
body slammed Sami Zayn, dude. That was
Yeah.
a good pop.
And that match was awesome. Like, that was so fucking good.
I kind of I like Knoxville, but I think Sami Zayn should have won that. I think it's embarrassing for a wrestler to lose against a non-wrestler.
Yeah, but I knew that obviously.
But
they're
I
not
also,
gonna win
you
that.
know, WWE is just entertainment, so they're just trying to do what the fans want.
I mean, the
really.
match was pointless.
Well, they try to do what the
so,
fans
like
want.
neither person had anything to lose or gain.
Pat did
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Pat, whatever the fuck his last
McPhee?
Yeah.
Is that his
McAfee.
McAfee?
He did so good. I was I was happy
I fell
for him.
asleep
He won
after.
the Super Bowl with
Oh.
Peyton Manning.
I fell asleep after.
Is it Peyton Manning
AJ
played for
Styles
the Colts,
Edge,
right?
Oh.
Peyton. Eli's the Giants.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning.
But you'll be interested. So they mix like Jackass with
He retired
WrestleMania.
from football when he
And
was
when Johnny
29.
Knoxville wrestled Sami Zayn.
He must have made a lot of money. Sorry.
I'm like, they're gonna hear. They like did jackass stuff in the match, like with the big hand and like a table with mouse traps on top of it,
Fire extinguisher.
and a whole bunch of shit.
Has anybody watched the new Jackass movie yet?
Not
Yes.
yet.
Yeah, I have.
You have? What?
Yeah.
Is all I want to know. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy it.
Like, it's not fall out of your seat
don't have to
funny,
buy
but
it.
Or rent it.
it's Jackass.
You can rent it, right?
Isn't
It's
that
not
free?
It's on
where did-
Paramount.
It's on Paramount
Plus.
Free.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, okay. I'm gonna watch it.
Rank it. The
Out
other-
Eight out of
of
10.
all the other Jackass ones,
Oh.
or
yeah,
like
out
just
of all
out
the
of
other
10.
Jackass ones.
I give it an 8 out
What's
of
it
10.
better than, and what's it worse than?
I don't remember them like what's in what to do that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't remember each one
So
specific.
I think my favorite one was 2.
My favorite one was 2 as well.
I think 2 was just the best because 1 was kind of like a mashup of the things that they couldn't use in the TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then 2, it was like, okay, now we did really good with 1. We've got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Now we could put together this big spectacle that's a Jackass spectacle
Yeah.
that we film it right now. And we fucking like. I just think 2 is just objectively the best one.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think they added cool people to this one.
Yeah,
Like-
the one
like
girl
Tyler,
is a
the
fucking
creator.
big comedian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
in
did
Los
good
Angeles.
too. She did fucking good too.
Um,
Tyler the
but
Creator, Eric Andre.
my only thing from that movie, and it's not really a spoiler, but I
There's
think
no spoilers in Jackass.
Aaron-
Let me guess. One of them gets hurt.
Aaron McGeehee should have made the most money out of that
Dude,
movie.
he was like a victim in that
He,
whole
yeah,
movie.
dude.
Well,
He
he's
did
always,
the-
he's
he
always
did-
kind of the
say,
victim.
Yeah,
he's
but
always a
like
victim.
before it was just like picking on him. But like in this movie,
I
he
don't
did
know,
the
man.
most.
They
He
fucking-
did the most.
He did.
They glued all their pubes to his face.
No, like I
God,
get,
I can't.
I get that,
he
but
went
like
through the most
yeah,
pain.
he went through the most stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
Like
I felt bad
he
for him
did
by
more
the
than
end.
anybody else.
Yeah.
He should be paid more.
I think Steve-O got the most. I think he demanded the most.
Probably.
Probably.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm
I-
sure.
Steve-O's made a big name for
He's
himself.
he's the only guy
nowadays.
that's really kept things
Did-
going.
well,
Well, that
I'm
was
pretty
his
sure-
argument because he's like, I'm not going to do it for this amount. I need to make more than all of you because I've already built my own following, and
yeah.
if anything, I'm going to be bringing some of my followers over to this. So I think I deserve more money.
The
I
than
feel
same
that.
like
with
he
Knoxville,
talked about that on his podcast.
He did.
He did on a podcast. That's
He
how
did.
I heard about
That's
it.
how I
He did
heard
on
about it, too.
Steve-O's Wild Ride.
But isn't Knoxville more famous?
He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't do anything.
He was, but Steve-O's been continuing to do this Jackass
Yeah.
style stuff, and he's going
Yeah.
on tour
Yeah,
and
and
shit.
he does
Podcast.
stand up now.
only
He's
thing-
got his podcast.
The only thing Knoxville's been doing is like acting, and it's got nothing to do with that whole.
And he's only
thing.
acted in like 1 or 2 movies.
But like Bad
since-
Grandpa and like
Yeah, but that
That was
even that
years
was
ago.
years ago.
He's a producer
it?
too, right? Isn't Knoxville a producer or some shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I just
throwing
like
shit out
Knoxville
there.
more than
He produced the
Steve-O.
Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
I don't even know
Say
what the
that
hell
10
that
times
is.
fast.
You guys never seen that
No.
movie?
No.
I should have put it as one of my top 3 documentaries, but I kind of forgot about it. It's a fucking documentary about hillbillies in West Virginia. They're all like addicted to pills, and they're fucking like the father of the family got famous and was on a bunch of TV shows for clog dancing.
Wow.
But they all like huff gasoline and take fucking Percocets.
Where
And
can I find
Molly
this?
Perks.
it might be on YouTube now.
What's
It's
it called?
The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines in the documentary. He fucking
Yeah,
he
I was
goes-
gonna say
I'm
you
gonna
better
look it
put
up
it
real
in your
quick.
search bar,
They're-
dude.
They're in a place called Boone County, and one of the things the kids just like you want to know what a Boone County mating call sounds like, and he holds up a bottle of pills and shakes it. It's fucking hilarious. It's just the most white trash people that you would
I'm
ever
gonna
meet.
watch that.
And they all hang out with like Hank Williams III, and they have like this money that comes from their fucking father doing TV shows as a clog dancer. He was on like Roseanne and shit.
Oh shit.
Johnny Knoxville's also on Drunk History on Comedy Central a lot. He's good at it.
Is that still going?
I fucking love. If that was around when I was in school, I'd be so much smarter in history. Like I literally sit and just watch YouTube, like those YouTube videos all the time.
Damn. All I can find is clips.
They had
They
like
have
a
it
best
for rent.
of Johnny Knoxville, and he does so good. I love Johnny Knoxville. But he got, well, I mean, everyone already knows he got a concussion from that video. He's talked
had
about on
many concussions.
But like this one, he said on an interview was the first one that's ever made him depressed, where he had to like get medicine and see a therapist and stuff.
Which one?
This last video with the bull.
Oh, with the bull. I did see that.
So Johnny Knoxville
That
actually interviewed some of those people himself.
I think he produced it. I mean, you don't hear. It's not like one of the documentaries where you
this
actually
one
hear
he's
the
sitting there
interviews.
interviewing him.
I don't think that's in the movie.
Let me see.
Oh.
I don't recall actually seeing him in the movie. It's been a long time since I saw it, so I might be wrong. But I just don't recall actually seeing him at all in the documentary itself.
That might be like a cut scene or
I just came across it, but that Inbred Family, the Whitakers, I watched a few things about them people too.
Is that the one that has like the kid who or the
Yeah.
adult who barks like a dog? So he was
Yeah.
like raised by their dog.
Yeah, he like walks through the grocery store with them and stuff when they shop.
I
He
watched
like
like
can't
clips on that
he can't
guy.
talk. He just barks.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
dog is the only language he knows. Like,
I seen the one where the TV people, I don't know if it was a TV reporter or something, went to like some family, and like none of them really talked or said anything. They just nah. And there was one old guy who was like losing his hair and shit, and like he couldn't talk at all, but he could make like he understood, cause like when they mentioned his name, he would get really happy and be like yeah. But he didn't like.
Probably the same
He
dude.
couldn't talk or answer any questions.
It's so weird that people like that live like they exist now in America. You know,
And they're okay with it.
There's this new show I want us to watch.
it kind of makes you wonder if like do they realize that they're like
different.
yeah, like they got to
That
just be
this
so
isn't
okay
right?
with their lifestyle. Is there drugs involved? Like what is? It's all inbreeding, isn't it? Isn't it
Yeah.
like all incest?
Yeah.
I can't
Ugh.
believe I can't find it.
The fucking rulers of the world used to love incest.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Kings and queens. Gotta keep that royal blood in the family.
Gross.
What's the name of the dude that's on Identity Thief or Theft or whatever?
Jason Bateman.
Bateman, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I like him.
Me
He's a
too.
good actor.
So him and another comedian kind of dude.
He's not really a comedian.
No, but he's in mostly comedies, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
mean
that's
he's
not a
But yeah, no,
comedian.
but like that's what I meant. I can't find the name of it, but it's on TV. But there's like this new. It pisses me off that I can't find it. But there's like this new TV show coming out that him and another dude like that. It's like about a church, like that really popular one that goes to all the rallies,
Westboro Baptists.
where they killed like 2 people under the name of God or whatever, and it's like
What?
about that. Yeah, and it's like looks so good, and it comes out like next month.
Did the Westboro Baptists kill people? I don't think they kill people, do they?
Is there another church that's like popular like that? I think it's that one.
I mean, witches might do shit like that.
No,
I mean,
it's
maybe
a
they
church.
did. I don't know.
No, it's 2 people, and they like got away with it because it was like religious.
That is definitely
Like,
not.
Yeah,
it
it doesn't
is-
sound like that doesn't make sense.
No, but it's
you need
it's
to-
based on a true story though. Hold on,
Is it from like the older day, like back then?
maybe. I'm
Because
trying to find
I don't
it.
believe it would be if it was current.
I don't think.
Because can't kill somebody
Yeah, I
and get
don't-
away with it.
Yeah, and I feel like that goes
It
against what
was
the
a
Westboro Baptists
religious
believe.
sacrifice.
I'm
Because they don't, the Westboro Baptists like fucking protest like dead soldiers and say that they were supposed to die because that's God's plan.
Yeah.
Isn't that like, so wouldn't killing somebody be against their whole idea of God's the one that makes that decision?
Is homicide a sin?
They do.
Yes.
Under the banner
I'm pretty
of
sure it's
heaven.
one of the 10 Commandments.
Oh, see, I
Thou
don't.
shalt not kill.
They were at Paul Walker's funeral protesting.
Why? What?
I don't know.
Because they have this fucking weird need to protest people who they'll protest funerals and say God chose him to die, so he deserved to die. That's their belief.
Wait, I found it finally, but
It's weird. And
Next
it's
to
just
what?
wrong. You like it's. I guess there's nothing wrong with believing that, but why you gotta fucking show up at the funeral and let everybody else know? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that just makes you a dick.
yeah, it's just a dickhead move.
so it's based off a book, Under the Banner of Heaven.
Yeah, that
Andrew
really helped.
Garfield. Andrew Garfield is the one that really stars in it. He's a detective whose
Spider-Man.
faith is
So it's
put
not
to the
even
test
Jason Bateman.
as he investigates a brutal double murder that seems to be connected to an esteemed Utah family
Wait,
spiral into a
isn't
church
that
of
out already?
No, I think it comes out like not yet.
What's it called?
Under the Banner of Heaven.
Did
Never
you
heard of
find
it.
out the name of the church,
Getting there.
or if it is even a church?
Latter-day Saints.
Oh,
It's
that's
about
definitely.
Mormons.
Yeah, and they got away with like killing 2 people.
Yeah, I've heard that story.
Daisy Edgar Jones portrays a faithful church follower who is one of the murder victims. Dude, it looks so good though. They had like trailers out, and I'm excited to watch that shit.
What was it, like a religious sacrifice deal, or?
Well, I mean, I have to watch it, but I think
Well,
that
It's really cult. They like the Mormons are really culty.
Yeah.
Like they were probably. I think they were like defectors or something like that. But they had like secrets that couldn't get out about the church. Something like that.
Typical
I remember
cult.
hearing the story a long time ago. I think back when I was listening to a podcast about it while I was painting this house. But I don't particularly remember
typical
the
cult
details.
like behavior.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Mormons had
excited
a
to watch it.
really interesting history.
Don't they think that when you die, you like you have your own planet?
Yeah, I think that's the Mormons.
Yeah. So
I
do they
mean,
believe in
Yeah,
aliens?
they just get given a planet.
Then do they believe like in aliens?
I think they believe we're aliens.
Shit.
Maybe.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
become
know.
Mormon,
I don't
guys.
quite remember.
Oh man.
I'm kidding, but dude, the show looks really good.
But they have like a really violent
I
history.
thought
though.
Scientology was the one with aliens.
They both have aliens.
Okay.
I mean, most
I
religions
think
have
both of them
God.
believe that we're aliens.
Religion.
I mean, like Catholic, like Christianity stems from Catholic. But Catholic people just focus on Virgin Mary, where like Christianity focuses on God. Is the difference. And
I was
They
talking
believe
about
different shit.
aliens, not.
but you said religion, and it's just like all religions kind of believe.
I mean, how do we? God sounds alien-esque.
It is like an all-knowing being that comes from the sky, right?
Yeah,
I believe-
who's like
The
super
stars.
intelligent.
who knows, bro?
I mean, what's God? Remember what God looks like on South Park? That little thing's kind of alien-like.
Spaghetti monster.
It's like a fucking weird monster.
We're just. Did you see about there was that? We're just now seeing light from a star that burned out like fucking millions of years ago. It was caught on one of the telescopes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, and like
crazy.
the pit. If you zoom in on, there was a guy doing a video about it, and he's like, "Can you see this?" He zoomed in on the picture. He's like, "All those little swirls are different galaxies," and I was like, "God damn!" Like when you see shit like that, it's just kind of hard to say, "Yeah, we're the only ones out here." So yeah,
Space freaks me out, man.
Yeah.
dude.
But it's
for
kind of
sure.
like, and we
Does.
have so many little problems. But
Every
we're
time-
like lucky enough to be alive on like a floating rock in a galaxy where there's trillions of them in space.
yeah.
That's kind of like how I think of things. It's like, dude, we stress over the dumbest shit, but we're like kind of lucky as fuck.
I mean, a meteor could come in at any time
Facts, and
and
then
just
fuck
wipe
it.
us all out.
Yeah.
In any moment, like we could just all be like gone in a second just
There's-
because of fucking.
There's actually been a couple times. I actually watched a top 10 video about this. It was like top 10 almost apocalypse or something like that. And like I can't say that we dodged because the asteroid just kind of changed course on its own. But like there was a couple times where our planet could have got blown the fuck up because of an asteroid strike.
Do you
There
guys
was,
know
like-
about the Tunguska Event? I think that's what it was called. It was in Russia. A meteor entered our atmosphere and blew up above a forest in Russia, and it leveled millions of trees.
Holy fuck.
Sick.
And fucking, I think a couple people went to the hospital. It shattered windows in towns. It just fucking all these trees. I'll find a fucking picture. It's really cool.
Russia needs better space program, you know what I mean? To detect that shit.
Well, they said that's another thing. Like on that video, they said we only have a certain like when an asteroid is close to us, we only have a certain amount of time before that asteroid lands, and we don't have enough time to prepare for the strike. So we
Check out
die.
these fucking pictures. It just leveled all these fucking trees.
Yo, that's spooky.
And I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson said that they fucking, even when usually the asteroids that come close to hitting us and the asteroids we have to worry about come from like come to our direction coming from the sun. So it's really hard for us to detect them in time to actually stop them.
Wow. Space is scary. One time I was talking to Andre, who went to college for astronomy for a little bit till he realized a lot of math is involved, and he's like, nah. But he did learn a lot in that time, and he's like, if you were to like encounter like a black hole, which can be as big as like this, you just can like get pulled apart like the spaghetti, whatever. Like there was stuff I'm like, shh.
But the thing is, a lot of that's just theories because none of them
True.
have ever like gone into a black hole.
Damn, how big is that area? Like how big was that fucking?
Big enough, dude.
Honestly,
Is
I
that
did
like miles and miles long?
I think like
wide?
it affected an area of miles and miles around, but I don't know how big that particular area is. I remember reading that it was like 1 million trees got destroyed.
Man, that's.
What's weird though, so
I mean,
like
the impact from an asteroid is probably fucking earth-shaking.
But it says right
well,
here,
yeah.
the Tunguska Event was
insanely
a
scary.
12 megaton explosion. Wow. That occurred over the Tunguska River in some word I can't pronounce, Russia.
God
Can't
damn.
just try it.
An estimated 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 kilometers squared.
Holy fuck, dude.
Spooky.
God damn.
Dude.
That's a pretty big impact, dude.
So when I had to do summer school for Emily, and I did astronomy and chemistry, I learned that like what we learned in school to be fact is mostly just theory and hypothesis. Like
Yeah.
like most of the stuff that we think we know, it's just like just a theory. Like this makes the most sense right now until we get more information. Which
That's
is
basically
kind of
all
insane.
science is.
Yeah. It's like weird. Cuz I was like, no, this is like legit, and they're like no, this is just what we think.
That's why there's so many like different theoretical sciences like quantum mechanics and quantum physics. None of that's like they talk about it like it's
shit.
real, but it's all theoretical because it's shit that you don't know.
I believe in it though.
Like the whole idea, like
that's why they're working so hard to figure it out. Because they don't know.
Science is cool.
Science is cool. I
Religion,
think it's really interesting. I watch a shitload of videos about like what Cody was just like quantum shit, and like I've watched multiverse videos and shit, and
I sent you that one TikTok of the quantum whatever.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah,
was pretty intense.
it was pretty intense.
I watched a video the other day that talked about this giant theory.
Explain.
Giants being here before us, and how like some of these mountains out in like some of these broken down rocks or mountains or whatever out in like Arizona or whatever, how they look like a broken down tree. At one point, it's just weird.
Have you ever heard of like the mounds that they find that they claim are giant graves?
Mm.
I listened to a guy on a podcast talk about them, and he mentioned that there were some in Sayre.
Oh yeah. I watched there was a news article thing that did a similar thing. Like they threw an article out there saying that just discovered these blah 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 in Sayre, PA, and I remember a couple people sharing it and saying,
Sick.
"Oh, Sayre had something interesting going on."
But it was like they were like these mounds that they like built the city on. Like they like I think there's something that they fucking destroyed these mountains and built something over there in Sayre. But they were like this. The guy that I was listening to was theorizing that they were giant graves. I don't know if I believe that shit though.
I mean, things were definitely bigger. Like if they find like bones and stuff of like mammoths and shit, like things were.
Yeah, but they can tell the difference between those. And
Well,
people
yeah,
now.
but I mean, like,
Do you ever watch videos of like the scientists who study evolution of humans? Like I watched a lot of those videos too, and like there's predictions of what the human body is going to look like when it evolves, and like some of them talk about like our brain is going to increase, therefore evolution is going to make the human skull bigger and we're all going to have bigger heads. Well, like,
yeah.
We're gonna
Not
eventually
us, not
become
us.
alien.
But the next, yeah, dude.
kinda,
I mean, but that's
'cause,
proven
like-
though by
like,
from skeletons.
the
from
ones
before.
who theorize like evolutions, like us coming from monkeys, like they also believe that we humans are going to become something else. Like we're not done evolving yet.
I wonder if like there will be like a split where like a certain group of humans will evolve in one way and another group will evolve in another way. Because this is all like a million years from now type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
even are a fucking species at that time.
Yeah,
you know?
because like most scientists, I mean, at least the ones that I've looked at, think we're not gonna even make it past like we definitely don't have a million years left on this earth. There's a lot less than that.
Bill Nye the Science Guy said that to me in a YouTube video.
To you,
Specifically.
he was like, Kristen Chapel.
Yes.
Our species will not live a million years.
And I was like, you're right, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Bill.
You've always
Bill.
been there for me, Bill.
Yo, those were the best days in like.
In school,
Yeah.
when we just got to watch Bill Nye the
I
Science
feel like
Guy.
I watched it in any class. Like you just put on some Bill.
Shit,
In
dude,
the
I
good
watched
history class, we're just watching Bill Nye.
I watched it
Science
at
class.
home, dude.
Yeah.
Saturday
So
mornings.
good.
Definitely watched it in the morning. It
Now
was on
he
at like
swears.
7:00.
Now he swears and he's like, the world's on fucking fire.
Yeah,
Well,
he's the one that
that's
said
funny.
he's the one
I
that
love
said 1 degree hotter and we could face some trouble. Like the Earth going 1 degree hotter.
If you look at the history though of like the hottest days and stuff, it was hotter before, and like we go through like phases.
Yeah, there's been like throughout like 12,000 years, there's been crazy spikes in.
There's also the
I mean-
belief that the one belief that like evolution happens with like disasters, like the dinosaurs were taken out by an asteroid and like
Yeah.
Ice
Hu-
Age.
the ice age,
They'd
and
have
then
to, like,
like
adapt and
humans are gonna have their apocalypse. We just don't know what it's gonna be, and then after we die, there's gonna be another like thing.
I agree with that though, because that's happened.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like that theory is out there, and I've heard it from YouTube videos, but
I'm
there's
not
just
having
there's
kids,
so
so-
there's you can dig yourself in a hole, man. There's so
Yeah.
many different theories from different people, different scientists.
It's weird.
It's
I love it.
it's fun though
I
because
like to think. I mean, it's
like
it's
Cody said,
interesting.
everything is theory. So
I watched
thinking about all this stuff.
I watched this video on YouTube where it shows like almost every possibility of how the world could end. It was pretty depressing, honestly, because it said like how it would like affect and like how long it would take and stuff. Like they even put zombie apocalypse in there, like if someone made like a vaccine that actually like you know what I mean, because that can totally happen, and I feel like the government
Yeah, it
would do
could.
that.
I've
That,
definitely
like, made people eat people.
I've definitely watched like
Weird.
videos of people explaining different apocalypse, like
But they're also talking like
even
An asteroid
even like
hitting
an AI takeover or
Yeah.
something.
but they're talking also like an asteroid hitting the earth or stuff
Or
like
nuclear
that.
nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest ones.
They touch like everything, and it's like that's scary.
And it's just weird how close we are to like nuclear war
Yeah.
or AI takeover.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just like stepping
Just
really close to
waiting.
both of those things.
Yeah. I keep seeing all these videos about like what to do if it went nuclear and stuff like that, and kind of freaked me out a little bit.
I'd just
You know how
die.
many times
Just
people
die,
have been, yeah.
I know exactly what
I would
do.
try. I would
Die.
try to survive because it's gonna be harder to try and survive than
Oh.
just
Just think
die.
of Fallout 4.
I'd rather
wanna do that?
just die though instead of thinking about it.
If music went back in time like Fallout 4's like soundtrack, I would be into it. I love that music on that game.
I thought Fallout 4 was the best one out of that whole
Yeah.
series.
But that's basically what would happen if like I
We
don't
wouldn't
know.
have fancy. I mean, some people have fancy Fallouts like that, but
Fancy Fallout.
But I mean like the Earth.
I mean they are pretty nice, man. It's like a whole fucking house
have you ever played
underground.
Fallout 4?
Yeah, you're talking about the
The vaults.
vaults. Yeah.
Dude,
I
good.
don't
Have
like
you ever
Fallout
played-
that much. I don't think it's
See,
that great.
I don't like.
I can't get into
I don't
it.
really like any of them besides 4. Like I've messed around with 76 and I was into it
Ugh.
for
Is
like
that the one that you told us to play?
yeah, because it's all online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Elder Scrolls but Fallout.
Yes, and that's kind of what that because I liked Elder Scrolls and that's what kind of drew me to Fallout. I downloaded Fallout because Wes told me like that was his one of his favorite games when it came out, and he's like, if you like Elder Scrolls, then you probably like this. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. I downloaded it. I played it for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, I'm bored of it.
That's us in every
But
game.
Fallout 4, I like Fallout 4 though, because
Fallout
like
4 is good.
Fallout 4, like 70. I guess I like stories. Fallout 4 has the story, and 76 is just kind of like throws you into the world that you already know. That's
Like-
a post-apocalyptic world.
What if that happened? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, because that could definitely happen.
But like I said, I would just die because it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah, I don't
harder.
care.
It's going to be harder to try and survive than it is to just
Life
die.
is already lame with how easy it is. Like, imagine after that.
Yeah, and like
Just
Fallout,
end
and with a post-apocalyptic world, there's no more rules. So you have like, if you don't die from the nuclear blast or whatever, you might die from some crazy asshole who happened to have a gun and could just kill you and get away with it. I don't know. And like, there's radiation you'd have to worry about in the aftermath, and
And I'm never having kids because of this kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
the world sucks. It is not ever going to get better.
Bless
History
you, my
shows
son.
that.
you know, when I had a kid, that's one of the things that held me back from having a kid was like the whole raising it in the society that we live in today.
Mhm.
And like,
Same.
I don't know what it's gonna look like when she's 25. You know, it could be even worse. It could
Or even
be,
when she's 15.
it could be
dude.
better. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
What I
Just
think
the
about
future freaks me out. I guess
is like
never used to, and then I had a kid. Now future.
we progress so much faster now than
Yeah,
what we
and,
did.
like, that-
If you think of how much things are different from the 80s to now, is dramatic. Where they look back probably, like from like if they were in the 80s, they're like, unless we all think this, like things do change over time, and maybe I
Yeah.
just think that
Well-
because I'm not from the 80s, but it's like
Beforehand,
I
it
don't
took
know.
years and years to develop something like a
Right.
computer. Now we have an upgrade of something like every 6 months. So
and
you can't
crypto is terrifying.
you can't keep up. You're just
Crypto scares me so much.
it's scary, but
Why?
it's fun. Okay.
Why is it scary? Why is it scary? though?
This is Chad's version of having a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Cryptocurrency.
It's like just crypto, like NFTs. I just feel like we're all getting to one day we're all just literally gonna work to be able to eat, and then we're gonna be on like VR headsets and just living in like another world the rest of the time.
See,
And I absolutely know that's gonna happen.
I
That's
see-
what
I mean,
meta whatever
The
is gonna
metaverse,
be.
yeah.
That is what that dude's trying to do.
But you
Facebook
need
guy. Why
like
can't I think of his name?
you need to
Mark
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
You need to the human physical form still needs to eat and drink and piss and shit.
Right, and that's all we're gonna work for. But think, like, we grew up in the woods. Like, I know what it's like to have a life, but kids now don't.
yeah.
All kids are on fucking like phones and tablets all the
But
time.
that's what they grew up with. So
right,
that is
so
their
they
life.
just think that's norm, and they're
If
gonna
we
be.
grew up with that, it would have been the same for us.
That's not my
yeah,
argument.
we're talking about the direction
That's not my.
that life is
You're helping
taking
my
us.
argument. Thank you, because
Since
we,
all
Okay.
these kids just know the VR life.
Because us thinking it's going to turn into that is like, no way. Because we know what it's like to have a life, but those kids don't. They're like, okay, I want to be on a VR all the time and talk to friends online. Because that's all they know.
Yeah, whereas people like us are like, I can go have a social conversation with.
So kids aren't social, is what you're saying.
Yes.
They're social through their phones and social media.
That's all they're going to know.
So when there's a metaverse introduced to them where they could just go all digital, they're gonna, if they're a kid, they're gonna go to school, come home, get on their VR headset, and live in there.
Or
until-
eventually start going to school on that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
That's just
too.
all it's going to be is just...
And COVID introduced how easy that can be.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah.
be the
Oh,
Matrix,
absolutely.
dude. The robots are going to take over, and they're just going to put us into this virtual reality world so they can use the energy from our bodies as batteries.
And that's why I hate robots. Like, that's my biggest fear. I'd rather have a zombie apocalypse.
Crazy, right?
I'd rather have a zombie apocalypse. No, not really.
Honestly,
they're both
it's
scary,
not-
but
It's not scary being in a VR world. A zombie apocalypse world would be pretty scary.
Because you're eventually.
but you're
gonna run out of
totally
shit.
controlled if like AI were to take like
But are you though?
yeah.
You're
Your
living.
body is.
Your body is, but you're still
I don't
living.
like it.
You're still living in that simulated
Robots
world.
scare me so much.
You're not dying. I mean, your physical form.
I
might
hate
be
robot
dying because you're not
movies.
eating or anything. But
robots.
Well, they
scare
put
me.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Matrix, but they put like a fucking feeding tube like down their throats, and they're in like these pods full of like some kind of weird liquid, and they're just fucking put in this kind of like coma with a fucking like thing like a plug in through the back of their neck, and they just like plug them into the Matrix, and you're just living this virtual reality inside of this pod while they use your body as batteries.
Give it like 10 years.
See, I've never seen the
Maybe
Matrix.
15.
I've only seen clips from the Matrix.
Jesus.
Never actually
I'm
watched
saying.
it.
This is all just like too much to process.
But it's like a thought I have often. That's literally why I'm never having kids. That's so scary.
And it's crazy to think about. See, that kind of stuff interests me, even though it's scary.
Yeah.
Well, as parents, like, how do you feel about the whole situation? Because it always seems to turn to that whole argument of like every other kid is doing it. I can't keep my kid from doing it because it makes them like antisocial. Like, how do you feel about that? Because to me, I'm like, you should still hold back from it because just giving in is the problem.
Yeah.
You know, you're just letting them dictate how your kids are being raised and developed. You know, the stuff is being pushed on all of us.
I go moderation. I'm like, we'll get up in the morning and he'll watch TV while he's eating breakfast for an hour, and then I'll shut the TV off and we'll go outside, play with cars, do something else, and then maybe like 3 or 4 hours later when it's time for lunch, I'll turn TV back on, let him watch TV with lunch, and then I shut it off again. I try to do that.
Mine is I kind of do the same thing, but mine is like whenever I need to do something for myself, like if I need to do the dishes or just something like that, I'll give her the iPad and be like, here, play with this until I'm done.
I lucked out because Leo likes to help me do the dishes or vacuum.
I will say, the TV does stay on like all day.
Well,
that's kind of
that's
normal.
like
how
background
we've
noise
always
sometimes
been.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm more talking about like
I like-
social media.
I like
interaction.
background noise because I don't like complete silence.
When it comes to social media interaction, we wouldn't know anything about that just yet.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
we were at the beginning of the internet.
No, I'm
Not
talking
the
about
very
well,
beginning.
talk
but
about
like,
for
children.
I'm talking about our
Oh,
kids because
okay.
Arya's not involved in social media.
right.
She just use it when she gets on the iPad. She just plays games.
Well, are you gonna try to keep her off of social media?
Yeah, until
Like
a certain
entirely.
age.
Like what age do you think?
I don't know because like I want her to be old enough to understand what it is. Like
Yeah,
I don't want her to be a 10-year-old girl that has a Facebook. I think that's wrong. I don't think that should even be a thing.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
you can put restrictions on their account as a parent, but like
At the same time, they don't need that account.
yeah,
There's no purpose.
Yeah.
The only purpose is for Facebook to have another fucking pair of eyes looking at it. You know,
Yeah.
another person to steal their data.
And like I feel the same way about a phone. Like what age should Arya be allowed to have a phone? Like I want to give her a phone because of like the aspect of like if she goes to a sporting event or a field trip
and
in
Any
school
school.
shootings are
I
so-
want her to be able
Any
to
emergency ever, man.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have a phone because of emergencies. But if I do get her a phone, I'm gonna lock her phone
and
to
just
where
let her
she
have
can
texting
only
and
text and talk.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Because you can do that. There's ways you can do that.
Because, like, with school shootings, how popular they are now, like, they don't even make national news anymore because they're so frequent. It's like, I would probably homeschool my kid. It's so good I not having
See,
kids because I don't trust anything.
I've talked to
Think about that. Too.
I've talked to Jerry before about homeschooling Aria because like they have there's tons of computer schooling programs that you can do but I want my kid to have a social life and friends and stuff, so I want her to go to public school.
I think every parent goes through that. Like, do I want them out in the world where that's also awful, or like hidden inside, which is gonna turn into what I said?
If you keep them hidden inside like that, that's called living in fear. So,
Yep.
like, you need to live a life. So
Yeah.
go to school, see your friends.
Never having kids, so I'm doing that. Like legit, I would give my
Dude,
kid
it's-
probably a bad look.
It's tough, man.
Being a
But-
parent is tough.
It definitely helps when you have
There's
there's so many kids in broken homes, and it helps when your teammate is there with you.
and it's very rewarding when kids do and say certain things. Because, like, when you have a kid, feelings just fucking totally flip
Everything
around.
changes. Everything changes.
Like, I became more sensitive, like, super sensitive ever since I had a kid.
I
So,
wouldn't say sensitive for me, but definitely emotional, more emotional.
I mean, same thing, right?
Like
in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
I became emotional like just by figuring out my own life, so I don't need a kid to add on to that.
Well, you went through some hardships.
I don't need no child.
I didn't go through those kind of hardships, so.
I don't need a chillin'. No.
But it's nice to, when your kid comes up to you randomly and tells them that they love you. That's really not like that's a strong feeling.
yeah.
That's the reward.
Shit, dude,
I'm talking
even
about.
going to mom and dad's after this and picking Leo up, him just come running up and like, what's
Yeah.
up, Dad? That shit's pretty sweet. So you should have kids.
No,
I'm not gonna convince anybody.
I
to
love
have
myself enough.
One
to
time
not
her-
have
I
a
always.
kid.
Her
I
and
always-
Caitlin left my house one time, and Caitlin was like, so Leo's pretty cute. Like, hey, let's have kids.
I was like, absolutely not. He is cute, but I get to see him, so it's like. But then also I'd be like, bye, Leo.
Don't have to take it home with her.
Yeah, like my niece is really annoying. Tani knows that if she watches this, because my family does watch it. And like, but I get to leave it, so it's like not as annoying as if I had to like live it.
Right. There's the thought there of like, yeah, I'm hanging out. She's annoying, but I do get to eventually
Yeah,
not
Go
have to
home. and
not
then-
have to deal with it.
yeah. So that's like really nice. I just also really like sleep.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of that when you
Like
have
sleep
kids.
is
See,
so important.
I think it's funny because like with Arya, she doesn't like bedtime, and I tell her the same thing every single night. When you're older, you're gonna fucking love bedtime.
Nap
You're
time
gonna
in
love taking
kindergarten.
naps.
I never nap during like nap time in kindergarten. Like it's like,
You know
man,
what? Speaking of like
I was dumb.
kindergarten and school, like she's gonna find out when she starts going to school that she likes sleep
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you get
Being
up,
gone
you gotta
all day.
get up in the morning.
Mhm.
You're gone for fucking
8
6 hours?
It's
8
8
hours?
hours, yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's not really.
Did we go to
8
school for
hours,
8
is it?
hours?
We
What
would
time did we go to
start-
school?
Start at 8.
8 o'clock?
9, 10, 11, 12,
8
1, 2,
No,
to-
I'm pretty
7,
sure we started at 8:30.
8, 9, 10,
I
11,
mean,
12, 1,
8
2, 3.
o'clock was when the bell rang.
8:15 is when, and we left at 3:15, so that's 7 hours in my
The
school.
bus would pick us up at like.
We got picked up at
7:20.
7:30.
But you're gone from
Yeah.
home, like depending where you live from the school.
And
Because I
we
live
did-
far away.
We always got home at like 4.
Yeah, so
Same.
7:30 to 4 is how long we were away from home. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like an 8-hour like away from home
That
experience.
fucking sucks. See that right there, man. They're
It's
preparing
less
you.
now, I
They're
think.
preparing you to
Kids
be
get out at
a
like
workhorse.
2:30
Yeah.
now, I think.
It is shorter
I
now.
know Elmira, some kids up in Elmira, like elementary school kids are getting like picked up at 2. And high school is like 2:30. Pretty
know.
sure.
I live on the dumb fucking street where the buses go. It's so inconvenient, like if you're in the hurry to get home when the buses are going out, because they make you wait for like
Yeah, actually, I think
so long.
the buses in Athens drops the kids off at the trailer park at like fucking, I want to say 2:30.
Wow. I know our bell rang at 3:15 to leave for bus people.
Because I know,
Same.
like when I'm out shopping and shit, I'm always like, I want to get home before these fucking, or at least maybe after I know the buses. Because the one time I got there before, like while the buses were, I was like that guy with the stop signs just stand there, and you know there's a line of cars just waiting. So some of the cars had to turn in to the Cole Street, and then some cars just had to go straight. But like there's apartments on this side of the street, and then there's a trailer park over here, so kids are crossing the street and stuff, and you're waiting there forever. Sucks. Buses suck.
Just fucking run over them kids, dude.
Well, that
I
would be
have
illegal.
that thought so much when I have to wait for bus. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
you have the worst of it.
Normally, the front, if you don't make it there, the front car always has to go up where the buses are, so you have to wait. And the other day, I was right behind that fucking car, and I was so mad.
All the kids are looking like in your car windows, making fun of you and
What
shit.
a stupid bitch.
no,
Look at
they're
her.
probably like, "Wow, she's so awesome." Okay, but
she's old.
wow, she's so cool.
What are you listening to? Limp Bizkit? What is that?
I actually listen to new music. That would be your problem. You're stuck in the past, homie.
I mean, I listen to Swayco.
Your
You-
favorite musician is Michael Jackson.
Is that true?
Okay, he is up there in my top 3. Yeah.
All right, he comes.
Era
from-
though, Era's my favorite band. Anyways,
They're new.
I had to wait for this car, and I was so mad. And then my phone died, and I was just so I couldn't listen to music.
So
So
you're
I'm
just sitting there
chilling
looking at
Sitting
all
there
these
quiet.
kids making fun of you.
Yeah, and then they're letting all the cars go from the other side out, but I couldn't go because this one car in front of me had to go up. Why couldn't he just go across, chill, knowing because I had my turning signal on, so they knew I had to go the other way. Like, be like, okay, go across.
So you're asking them to be nice to you
Yes.
instead of just waiting it out.
I waited like 15 minutes.
That sounds very entitled.
That sounds. I needed to go home and pee so fucking bad. I'm just
They
like,
don't know that.
I know what that's like.
They don't know that though, dude.
Maybe they had to go home and poop.
Yeah.
shut your mouth. They're going to the school.
Maybe they
Yeah, they were making a pit stop.
at the school.
Either
to
way,
poop.
I
Yeah,
was
to
very
poop.
annoyed.
They don't know
I
you
mean,
live
I'm-
right
I'm-
there.
I'm with you because
Thank you.
I'm a super impatient person.
Thank
I don't like waiting for shit.
I'm
Guys-
normally
you guys are
not.
dicks.
like I you know what one of the things that
I'll
gets
fight
me
him.
is like people who wait in line for fast food.
Wait,
I would
what?
if I
Like when the
if-
line's super
Oh,
long.
yeah,
fuck.
like
if
out
I'm
to
going
the road
if
or
I'm
Yeah.
going
something.
to like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, whatever, and the line like the whole parking lot is full with the line, I'll be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I laugh at people who do that because it's a waste of fucking time.
I
Why
mean,
would you waste your time like
There's
that?
there's a few times where I saw the line was long
Time
and
is
the parking
precious.
lot was empty, so I just went inside and got my food.
I'm like
See, I've done that a couple times.
typically a super patient person
Because
but
you
in
can
that
get your
one
food
instance,
inside faster than if you wait in line.
I had to pee. My phone was dead.
Especially if the line's that long. Dude, the McDonald's up there in
Yeah.
Southport at night at like freaking 9, there's only 2 people working in there. And there's, for some reason, everybody wants McDonald's at 9 o'clock. So the line's always long as fuck.
Bro, when I came home from band practice on Thursday,
What's up, Cody?
I went to McDonald's at, see, it was probably like 11 o'clock because I left your house at like 10:30. 11 o'clock, and there was like 15 cars
Jeez.
Dumb.
in the
11
McDonald's
o'clock.
drive-thru.
Dumb tarded.
All them
And I was
second
like, what the
shifters getting out of work.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
Cody and I,
I
are
never
the most
thought about
patient,
that.
and here's how I know that.
Cody, are you
Playing-
patient?
It depends on the circumstances.
Video
I'm
games.
with you. Like, I'm not gonna wait in line for fast food.
yeah.
But that's more of
That's
a,
priorities.
Yeah, that's more of like there's probably other fast food that I can get.
Yeah.
And I only eat fast food when I'm at work, and I don't have time to wait.
Yeah.
Like I'm,
I'm
like,
talking
okay.
video games though, patient wise. Because if you, especially Brad, this is mostly about Brad. If you don't pick up a game in like the first time, you hate it. Like getting guns in Call of Duty.
What do you mean?
Getting games
I've
in
given
Call
games chances.
of Duty. Cody's gonna.
That's why I'm still
Cody will
playing
back me on
Apex.
Who has to shit? Brad. Because if you get a gun in Call of Duty, which we don't play anymore, so like it's kind of irrelevant.
I can't
but-
play it anymore.
Yeah, facts. But if you get a gun and it's not like grade A the first time, although you have to upgrade your fucking weapons on that game, you hate it. Like you don't work up to get to like my MP. What do I use on that 5? Like literally, I had.
7. Use the MP7.
Oh yeah, 7. I had to like really get it to where it is, and it took me a long time. But now it's like the best gun.
When's the last time I complained about my guns?
Well, we don't play it anymore, but that's just an example.
When's the last time I've complained about guns?
I honestly
When?
feel like you
See,
have.
you
The
know
last
what?
time
You know what, dude?
I've complained about guns.
You
This
know
is
what?
what we talked about earlier.
I was
with
just
the-
gonna
yeah.
say, I was like, you're like the female that's saying, "Give me an example."
Yeah.
But you know I'm right. Like if some doesn't suit your fancy right away,
No,
you're like,
no.
"Fuck
What you're
this
right
shit."
about is everyone cheats.
Oh my fucking god, dude! And then if you die a lot, you're like,
He's a
why am I
cheater.
not hitting him? And none of my things fucking hit him. When like I killed everyone else.
I mean,
People
I
cheat, dude.
I do that sometimes too.
No,
Dude,
I know.
we were playing with Aaron the other day, and there was a person that had a gun that was shooting dragons or dinosaurs
Dude.
at us.
It was annoying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Apex?
his gun would shoot those little dragons,
It's for
and
April
they'd
Fool's
come up
Day.
and bite you or whatever.
You know where like those like tiger thingies
Yeah,
are?
no, I know what you're talking
They were
about.
They had
dinosaurs
dinosaurs
instead.
for April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there was like a gun that would shoot those dinosaurs, and it was like they were easy. They were one shot kill.
But
it
they like he could shoot a bunch of them, and they all come up and attack you.
yeah,
That's
and
It's
like
they're
dope,
cute.
dude.
like they don't like you
It was
have to
dope.
kill them. or else they just keep chasing.
And
you.
they squeak, and they're cute. They're just like little like rubber dinosaur looking things.
Because like,
And they're, like
that would
she
piss
was
me
getting
off if
she was
somebody-
getting shot. The guy was shooting the dinosaurs at her, and I'm in the building or something. She's like, "What the fuck are these?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I
was
heard the
confused as
squeaking, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I finally went around the corner of this wall, and I saw his gun. I saw the dinosaurs up in the air and coming down. I'm like, "What? This guy's shooting fucking dinosaurs."
And then we died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty intense gun
Then
to not
Then we
die.
died pretty fast, but
Especially
was-
if those things keep chasing you until you die.
Like,
Like, they don't poof
You
and
have
go
to-
away after a certain amount of
No,
time.
did
Chase.
they gave you items when you killed them, right?
when it was in that area of like are they called rank? What are they called?
Prowlers.
Travelers.
I'm pretty sure like the ones you killed out of the gun gave you like a syringe or something.
I don't know. That was very fast paced.
It was.
And like I just died really fast, so I don't know.
Because like when it happened, I was just trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Apex.
That would
Apex
piss
we
me
did
off.
finally give a chance after like 4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
I like Apex.
It's a decent game.
Yeah, like I said, I downloaded it, and then I was like, this is
Apparently, Fortnite got rid of the whole
Building.
building things.
Mhm.
Is that permanent? I thought that was like limited time.
I don't know,
Oh, I
but
thought
like
it was permanent.
it makes me kind of want to try
No.
Fortnite.
Oh, that's
Isn't
so
Fortnite-
conforming.
Isn't-
But it's just like it's just like a more cartoony version
I'll
of Apex.
feel like I'm conforming if I go to Fortnite. Apex is a good like
Isn't
middle
Apex
ground.
like third person?
You mean Fortnite?
Or yeah, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
see
sure
your
you could
character.
change your
I don't-
shit.
Yeah, they have different.
Change your view.
I was
like
gonna
GTA.
because like my like first person shooters are my shit.
I don't
Unless it's Resident Evil, then
I
I'll
have
play.
played Fortnite and I don't really like it.
I've
I've-
never played
I
it.
was gonna say I've
I've
never.
played
But like
before.
seeing like what always
I've seen
like made
videos,
me
but
not
I've
want to
never-
try it is the people that would the videos I'd see where it'd be
They'd
like them
build
building
shit.
something and they'd be like and build up and be at the top of the map
Yeah.
already.
and then they
And I'm like,
snipe
how
you
am
and
I
kill you
supposed
right
to
away.
compete with that?
Then they have Ariana Grande as a character.
Do they?
Dude,
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg's getting released as a character in Call of Duty Mobile.
That's
Does he smoke weed?
that's something.
He looks pretty gangster. I didn't see like a joint or anything,
Oh.
but
Be a lot cooler.
Probably like one of his guns just like shoots.
dude, I
joints
have
instead
I have
of
Call of
bullets.
Duty Mobile on my phone, and I haven't played it in like a year.
I think
don't
in
like
Modern
it.
Warfare 2, you could buy a pack where the guy who does the announcing is just Snoop Dogg.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think you can get an
Awesome.
Ice Cube one too.
Hell yeah.
Because Ice Cube was in one of them. Modern Warfare 2, I think.
I don't think
I've
I
never
have
played that.
never played Modern Warfare 2. I haven't played Advanced. Is it Advanced Warfare?
I played that one. That was the
Haven't
first Call of
played that
Duty I was
one.
okay at. It sucks, but I was okay at that one. World War II was my first like Call of Duty I got super into.
There was
Um,
actually Black Ops 2 that was the first
yeah.
game that actually got me into Call of Duty.
Mhm. After Black Ops 2, I bought Infinite Warfare.
Ew.
The multiplayer fucking sucks, but that Zombies was pretty fun.
The Zombies
I've
was
never
pretty
played
cool.
Zombies.
Being in fucking
Isn't Black Ops
Spaceland
2
there.
the one that everyone loves zombies on? That's like the
Yeah,
one.
that's like the main one.
Mhm.
Well,
I
it was
played zombies
World.
on that.
Wasn't World at War the first one to introduce zombies?
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone loves zombies because it too. Like that's the one everyone refers to.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Two
I
was
thought-
where they like perfected
'Cause
what
they-
was going on, like what they were doing for that
Yeah,
time.
I think 2 is the best. Like,
and
best
even
one.
I mean even now like
I like Cold Wars.
four was
yeah,
okay.
I really like Outbreak. Outbreak
Yes.
is awesome. I played Outbreak on Friday. I think it was Friday night. I played Outbreak on solo, and I just would kill every last zombie in the map before I did the missions.
Yeah,
It was fun. It was fun.
I'm gonna have to
I have to
see if
reinstall everything.
I
They-
have to see if mine's updated.
So mine was
I'll play.
Mine was pissing me off because every time I would go on the game, my zombies was blacked out and had a lock on it, and it said since I hadn't played it in 60 days, they uninstalled it.
Why?
So every time I clicked on it to install it, it came up with a message that said installing zombie content, but it would never install. My shit, like I restarted my Xbox and shit, and like it was still blacked out and locked. Then I went into I was like, okay, fuck this. I went into my settings, I went into my systems, and then I clicked on updates. Nothing needed to be updated, but when I went to like manage my games and I found Black Ops Cold War and I hit manage game, and then it showed me all of my add-ons, and then it came to the campaign and zombies, and like all the stuff that was installed had a check mark on the box, but my zombies in campaign mode didn't, and it said, let's see, what did it say? Recommended install or something like that. So I checked the zombies one and I installed it through not through the game, but through the Xbox, and it fucking worked. And I was like, why didn't I do this in the first place?
Call of Duty sucks so hard.
Dude,
yeah, that's why I'm gonna be
dude.
on Modern
It
Warfare
just
19.
sucks so hard.
Ridiculous.
It's
And
very complicated.
it used to be so good, and then
I was addicted to Modern Warfare.
Bring back Verdansk.
dude, Warzone,
Yeah.
when Warzone
I don't care.
came
They don't
out-
have to bring back Verdansk. Make the game playable.
Yes.
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 Especially,
Let
like
me
just
play the game.
multiplayer.
Dude, it was, like I said before, it was after the new map and all the updates. Then it just went, pew. Like Warzone was pretty decent when it first came out, dude.
They went up a little bit when they came out with the Rebirth Resurgence
Yeah.
Oh,
stuff.
that was all.
And then it
is
just
awesome.
like more bugs kept happening and all that stuff, and then went right back downhill.
Yeah.
It sucks.
They should have just added to Rebirth and made it like a lot bigger instead of Caldera.
I mean, they are kind of adding to Rebirth.
Make another
Yeah,
Rebirth
but it's not
Island.
bigger.
Yeah,
Another
make it-
Rebirth
yeah.
map.
Yeah, but don't fuck it up. Don't release it unless you know there's no bugs or anything. I mean, there's always going to be bugs.
They just
but
need to stop announcing when they're doing shit. Video games in general just need to stop announcing shit.
yeah.
Mhm.
Just like release, like don't announce it until it's ready to go, and then announce it like a month before the release date.
Yeah. Or
'Cause it's just ridiculous.
do what Eminem did and just release a whole album at midnight without telling anybody.
Yeah, I mean EA does that a lot with like their games that aren't like the sports games. I mean even UFC, they'll announce UFC like a month before it fucking comes out.
Yeah.
Really?
They do it. They did it with Skate 3 too. Like they kind of do it. Like they've kind of talked about Skate 4 a little bit, but I really expect them to just, instead of like giving any more information about Skate 4, I think just like a month before it comes out, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we finished Skate 4 now. And I think that's the way to do it.
I've seen one thing about Skate 4, and that was
See
few
what
months ago.
I read is they were just going to reboot it. That's what I read. Like the whole from 1 and on, but fans
What?
would
I don't care about
consider it
Escape.
to be 4.
What like?
So do like what Tony Hawk did with 1 and 2.
Kind
so
of.
Are
Yeah.
you saying remaster the first 3?
Yeah. Well,
I hope I don't do that. I want
not
new maps.
not all 3 at once. Like they were just gonna remaster the first one and put it out.
That's stupid. I
That
want a
but
new game.
I
I
dude,
want
I
new
read
maps.
this. I read this like
Might as
fucking
well
2 months ago.
Might as well make a new game.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Just want a new game with new maps.
Here's
I don't
one
even
Cody's
mind the
day.
mechanics that they already have.
Yeah, the mechanics aren't bad.
They're fun. I think that's why I like the game. is the fucking
I
mechanics.
just gotta get used to those mechanics.
Yeah.
Because even the control configuration fucks with me.
I don't
A
like
lot.
Skate because of that. Like I hate
Yeah.
Skate.
See,
I mean,
that's
Tony Hawk did it really
that's
good.
the first
but
thing.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that turned me off about Skate was because of that. Like to pull off certain moves and to even ride your deck. I didn't like it.
I love it.
Mainly because it wasn't simplistic for me. But
Tony Hawk Underground, give me that.
then I just kind of went. Video games are meant to provide a little bit of a challenge, so I'm gonna keep playing this game.
It's
I
tough.
don't have it anymore. but-
Once you get used to it, it's easier to get like better scores and shit. Like but especially doing flip tricks, to get used to like how that works, you just got to get used to it. I actually have a lot of trouble with vert too. Like I've done good with vert, but it's not easy. It's fucking really tough because you got to like learn how to carve, and you can't. For the longest time, I was ollieing while I was verting, and while I was doing vert, and you don't really need to do that. You can just kind of build up speed by carving the half pipe, and then just let yourself just shoot up in
Yeah.
the air,
Yeah.
and then do the vert moves.
which is a
For
pain in
sure.
the ass.
And like the mega ramp stuff's fun, where you just fucking launch down a giant ramp and just fucking do like huge tricks.
See,
off
I
of it.
didn't get there.
There was a spot in Skate 3, and like I don't know if it was just like the lobby. I could see other players and stuff, but there was like you could go up these stairs and then you could ride down this like statue looking thing. It's like a ramp, and it launched you pretty good.
Sorry, no, I thought of the game that you two gave up on too fast. Halo.
I just uninstalled that.
I keep looking at it. I haven't given up on it. I just haven't played it.
It takes a minute to get used to, but it's a good
I was starting to get good and learn how to do the moves
but
and
you
stuff.
guys rage quit so hard
Dude,
every time.
Fuck that game.
Dude, it was good.
Fuck Halo.
People cheat, dude.
No, they fucking don't, dude.
I don't like that you can't zoom in your gun. I want to look down the sights.
Yeah.
All right, but
It'll
still,
make it
I like that
easier.
game a lot.
I don't like any of the guns on that fucking game.
There's like
I'm not a fan.
There's
I'm not a
games.
fan of a lot of the guns they give you.
And I am kind of like, I'm so
Like
used to.
you know how you can pick off the wall.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I
just
love that.
I don't like that. I'm so
love
used to
it.
now being able to like customize
Have
my
a
own
loadout.
guns and
Loadout,
pick my
dude.
own guns.
Loadouts
Yeah.
are so important.
I love Halo.
What is so great about Halo to you?
Because it takes Apex does this too. It takes longer to kill somebody on those things. than
I
it
died
does.
pretty quickly, to be honest with you.
Oh. Well, I mean,
It's because people cheat.
I
the
think
only
it's because it's
explanation,
different. I
dude.
think it's just because it's different.
They input a code to make their
We
firepower
need
outrageous.
to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yo, you know what? I sat down and I looked at that game for a good 5 minutes, and I was like,
you
Man, I
you
wanna
looked at
play
it
it.
for 5 minutes.
yeah.
I kind of
Well,
want to just
sick.
replay the story of Red Dead 2 again.
I shouldn't say it's the only game I looked at. I just
Oh.
browsed my games,
like,
and I kept coming back
Red
to
Dead 2.
Red Dead 2, and I was like, do I want to
Maybe
play
I
this?
should. Maybe I shouldn't.
But I eventually settled on Avengers, and then I had like a fucking
What a bad,
32
what a shitty
gig
thing to
update.
land on.
you
I
know-
was kidding. I was
Avengers.
how about maybe Avengers should be a game you give a chance.
Or
Avengers
Monster
is cool.
Hunter. She talked about her patience.
Yeah,
She
dude, Monster Hunter.
Never even tried Monster Hunter.
Like
I
if you
explained-
like
I
Elden
explained
Ring,
myself.
you would like Monster Hunter.
Honestly, I don't like Elden Ring that much.
Okay.
That game's so fucking hard.
Monster
dude.
Hunter's easier.
Monster Hunter is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. It takes a long time, but
Yeah.
it's easy.
Dude,
Uh,
just give it a chance.
is it free?
On Game Pass.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was hoping you'd say no. Because we're like,
Oh darn!
darn.
I bought that shit when it first came out.
But then No Man's Sky. Y'all need to play No Man's Sky. You guys did not get
I
that
just
chance.
updated that game
Proud of you.
because that's one of those games that I'm like, I think I'll play this sometime, and then I never do.
Dude, that game is good after you get past like the tutorial shit and stuff. You guys just hate tutorials. Like,
Dude, I
just fucking do it.
I'm
That's why they
already
like first-person shooters, because they're all the same.
yeah.
Facts. Like you in that wrestling game, although it did fucking suck, that Superstar one.
So dumb.
But you're like, this is just a
Battlegrounds.
button masher. But it's like, no, the tutorial told you what the fuck to do in it.
Nah, it's a button masher.
No, it's
dude.
not.
All wrestling games are
But that
button
game-
mashers.
Kind
that
of.
game did suck.
Battlegrounds.
Yes, that's
The only thing I didn't like about Battlegrounds was the random people for the story.
yeah.
I don't want to do a story with a random character you created.
Yeah.
I want to do a story with the wrestler that I choose.
That's true.
Motherfucks. And like the wrestlers, they need more. They need a better variety of wrestlers.
Yeah,
in that
the
game.
roster was kind of lame.
Yeah, and like most of the cool wrestlers, you had to purchase.
I feel like we haven't played that game in 2 years. Has it been like 2 years?
I had.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
Played it like once
I don't
all
know.
together.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a really long time either. It's probably been a year and a half.
I don't even think I have it installed anymore.
The
I didn't
new-
play it, and I was really glad that I didn't buy it.
Yeah,
I
dude.
stopped playing it after a week.
We only played together one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one time.
I
I
mean,
think you and I played together another.
yeah, and that's it.
And
Yeah.
I actually purchased that game too.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
Well-
pretty sure I got that for Brad. Like I paid for 2 of them. So you like have it probably.
No, that's
No.
if Cody
he
was to
had-
buy it.
Yeah, I'd have to make his Xbox my home to get his shit.
Well, that's why that's why I always like go through you, and then we all 4 have a game. Like that's so smart.
Yeah, but we're not gonna play it.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
But the new one, the
Yeah, I want to get 2K22.
I want that. I've seen
do.
gameplay.
I'll wait until a couple weeks after you guys have it to make that decision.
That's so smart.
Listen, I didn't really like the 2K games.
This
That's
one
'cause
The ones
looks
that I
so much
played,
better.
They
think they're
flubbed.
boring.
They definitely flubbed
The controls are different
on a
in
few
22.
games.
They're
Oh.
more simplified, so that might help.
I watched.
Graphics are better.
There's this dude called Video Game Donkey, and he can find the glitch in like any fucking game, and he just like glitched I forget which WWE game, but it was so funny.
Probably 2K20.
The one when the girl's nickname's Red, and they talk about her anger a lot.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
have
forget
no
what
Is this a
one.
superstar you're talking about?
Well, it's like your character in the story that you create, and
I
like
don't
they
know.
call you Red because you're angry. I forget. I played that one. Anyways, but he just like glitched out. It was like the hair was like going everywhere across the screen and shit,
Probably 2K20, dude.
and it was hilarious.
I watched the glitch for the 2022 one, where they were playing. There was like a fatal 4-way cage match, and the guy got stuck. Like he got stuck in between like where the cage was and where the apron is, and like his character was just doing all kinds of weird glitchy moves while it was moving around that whole outside of the ring. I sent you the video.
Yeah, the
Weird.
Razor Ramon.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious
I've seen a lot of good
because
things
the
about
guy just like let it happen. He didn't try to get out or anything because he couldn't because it was glitching.
the customizations are like you can do a lot with, and some people made Will Smith and Chris Rock and had them fight.
I always like with 2K. I think it was 17. I'd go through the community creations, and I found some cool ones I downloaded. I got like
People
the
made
Red Ranger and
I was
Deadpool
gonna say
was
people
on
made
there.
superheroes all the time on that stuff because like you could choose to
Dude, I
fight.
found someone tried to make a Battletoad. It looked like shit. but
Because couldn't you like choose to fight one of those characters?
Oh, I don't know. All I remember
was
is
it
I know
like
you could
skins that you could download?
download their character.
Who's that huge
Oh,
like
okay.
black dude that they caught being like a pedophile?
EDP.
Yeah, they have him on the new one that you wrestle. It's funny. Like the one guy play, and they made.
Are you talking about the guy that fucking the Eagles fan guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Was he a
him.
wrestler?
No.
No, but it's just a character
Somebody
that
created him.
Yeah, it's hilarious, and it looks it's so.
Dude, I
funny.
remember playing a match on 2K17, and I fought SpongeBob.
I love it. I
They
want to
like-
just make
Because
characters
like you
on
can
this
morph,
game.
you can morph the body on in the game, in the creation, and
I'm just gonna make
so like
characters.
what they did is they like dragged his neck all the way down to make that like his skinny hat, and then they squared out his body, and they put like tattooed eyes on his body and a mouth.
That's awesome. I'm gonna do this.
Put the
shit.
blue shorts on him.
People get really into that shit.
Dude, they make
I
some cool
would.
stuff. Like I said, I
doing it.
downloaded the Red Ranger. I downloaded Deadpool.
Spider-Man.
I
seen
downloaded
the Spider-Man one.
a Sub-Zero. It was pretty. The community creations are pretty cool. I see them on TikTok videos all the time.
Some of the shit that they create kind of makes me go, how did they even get that?
Time and computer geniuses.
Yeah, computer. You definitely have to do that shit on computer.
Because there's some that can mod shit.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
Mods are always fun.
that's definitely a thing.
How long have we been doing?
I was gonna say let's get out of here. I'm hungry.
Word.
All right,
Word.
sweet. This has been Everybody Podcast, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.